I was gonna say that would be hilarious. I know that there was some sort of lore dump because I have a sticky note that says I zoned out during this lore dump
Okay.
as a reminder to go back
To go
and
back on
rewatch the episode, which I
Yeah.
have not done.
It was when he was telling us why we should jump into the black hole.
I don't believe you. I also wrote down that we have a new item, the Wild Space Orrery, which is like that. I wrote Think Treasure Planet, that like map of a whole solar system.
Yep. That was you. The lore dump has to do with who the original Archons were. What basically what Delphine discovered about them, which we can always go back to as you have those conversations or as you all talk to each other. I wouldn't want to lore dump it again. If
I could go back.
Yeah.
In case there was something very important, I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yep. It's all important in the grand scheme of things, but yeah. I don't think it's important. Not important to them right now, definitely. So yeah, I think that's where we're at. Do we want to refill drinks? Do we want to take a minute before we come back? Or I'm recording, so we're good to go when you all are. Yeah.
I'm in the zone.
Good to go.
Okay. All right.
Trying to find out where to stand not to die.
Oh yeah, and I will say, based on what you see, if you want me to go here one more time.
And Mal, you don't have to worry about all the weapons because we can't use the mangonels. Well, I guess we could if we were attacking like mounts or something, but
well, no, that's a good question. But see, this is what I was about to go over with you before we get started. So what you can do is what I was saying yesterday in the chat is that you all are probably not going to be using those mangonels, but there are chances every round that you may spot an asteroid heading towards the ship, and at that point, if it's not destroyed, it will hit the ship. So in those situations, you might want to use the two, as long as you're surviving Acheron soldiers are alive, you could use them to man one of the weapons and fire at the thing. But let's say it's Jason's turn and you're saying my two guys are going to help with the ballista. Well, the ballista takes 3 actions. So your guys are committed to loading it and aiming it. The next person, like Josh, is going to have to use one of his guys to go ahead and fire it. Does that make sense? So it still has to add up to a number of actions. So if it's the mangonel, you'll have to have 5, it's basically going to go off. The action is going to go off once there's enough folks that have completed the actions. And then that's when those things fire. Otherwise, on your turn, you can use 1 or 2 of the, up to, at this point, so there's 5 of us. So it'll be, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that's about, so 2 of you would be able to use 3. So Nikki's already busy. She's got Kai as well. So I don't know who wants to run Bear Clan. So a couple of you add any of the Acros coach soldiers who don't go to that list of maybe. So you get 3 more. You get 3 actions and 3 Acheron hoplites to act instead of 2.
Is Bartholomew stronger at all, or is he just named
not,
so that we
just
care when he dies?
It's just
he's just my friend. I named him.
Other than that, what else would I say? Right now, you're not at the point where the ship is taking. Let's see, the ship hasn't gone into that. I was looking at what was that?
It'll do that at 240.
Yeah, 240, yeah. So a 240 be disadvantaged on attack rolls and saving throws. So right now you guys are good. Your speed is half because of the damage on the ship. So speed is halved, or just basically think of it as difficult terrain. And then
Bro, the ship is like 15 feet across.
And then I'll say for this combat, I won't impose disadvantage on ability checks unless I think that what you're trying to do, because of the damage to the ship, directly is connected to it, right? So other than that, so that's where that might come in. But other than that, I think those are some of the So yeah, that's what if you don't have to use those, and I don't think they're necessarily like you're not going to shoot them at the Archons, right? Unless you're going to shoot them at their beasts, but they're really there to keep the ship from getting hit in case it's being attacked. And the way I'll just say right now, the way it will work is it's kind of like a ping on the radar. If I end up rolling an asteroid and it pops up, you'll know the asteroid's there, and you'll have the entire turn to finish it. And if at the end of the round it's still there, it'll hit the ship. So Jason's looking at me like, man, fuck that.
No. What I was gonna ask is like, say if my 3 are on the ballista can shoot at short range. Would you be upset if I was like, just hold the action for an asteroid, but if not asteroid, shoot an Archon? Or would you would make it like I have to declare one or the other?
The ballista can shoot at short range.
Correct.
Not at disadvantage?
There's nothing about disadvantage. I mean, unless if you're in melee.
Yeah, I would think it would be if the Archon is on the ship, I would put that at disadvantage. Like if it's if they're on their steed, you shoot it all day. I won't really impose those and I won't really pose those distances. Well, the creatures are always going to be within that. Yeah, like I said, within 100 to 200 feet. So I won't really trip on that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so it can shoot at this creature's disadvantage. Okay, Archon's disadvantage creatures at straight. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. Okay. Okay.
I guess it doesn't have to be my 3, but I think it's easiest just to make sure we put 3 on the ballista. And do you want to put the other 5 each on the? Or do you want them in battle with us?
I mean, that's what Sophia was going to do hers with, is just go to the Magneto, deal with it.
And then based on where I have you on the ship, do you want to reorganize or change where you're at? Does that matter?
Really look like there's a safe spot?
It's really
I was going to go kill Pythias when he came through because he was a return, so
yeah.
I'm cool with this.
I tried in anywhere.
All right, then we'll go ahead. Let me queue up our open for today then.
I kind of just want those hoplites to get out the way, but it's all good.
You can give free actions to command and tell them to move or whatever, and then move them out of the way. And like I said, you don't have to. What I'm treating this as is like, I'm not gonna like let the same Akron soldier act over and over again, but I'm not gonna be policing like, hey, wasn't that the guy you already like? Is that your guy? Is that your guy? It's just gonna be like, you can use up to 2 soldiers and have them act right on your turn, and I'll try to remember who's already been used. But if the same guy goes a time or two, it's not gonna change things as long as no more than 13 of those soldiers act on their turn. That's all we need to worry about. Okay.
Is that Moby up in the crow's nest?
Yes, it is. So he'll just stay up in the crow's nest, I guess, for now. Let's see. Okay, should be able to hear music. I know it's low now. Done our recap. So we kind of open today's session, kind of taking us back into the harrowing situation we are in. As there on the ship, Pythias begins to rise to his feet and grabs and begins to remove that golden mask, that return mask that conceals his face. And instantly it becomes clear that he is no ordinary return. As a matter of fact, he is no returned at all. You can still see Pythias' features. He exudes an aura, though, that transcends his mortal existence. He stands before the group, this figure that is neither fully alive nor dead, and in a voice that is slightly different from what you remember. He begins to speak, and he says, "Krufix has guided my path to you, but the Archons see what their god sees," and his words carry kind of weight and significance at some hidden purpose behind his presence. And he says, they have tracked me. These are Eidolons of Archons who journeyed into the underworld long ago. With restored devotion to their god, these souls merge with their deity. Their deity is known by many names, and he's kind of like preparing. It is known, referred to as the Doomstar, the god beyond the Nyx, the Eye of Doom, Depoda. But there is one name that resonates most strongly amongst us all. And as he goes to say the name, that Archon there in the midst of you steps forward, and that ghostly figure and interrupts Pythias with this like authority. Enough of your blasphemy. And it says, surrender the mask, and we may spare you from your harsh fate of returning you to the Nyx as ash. And Pythias is undeterred by this. He kind of takes a battle stance, pulling his blade that you've seen him smite, the multi-headed, snake creature with. And this time, though, it does not glow with it has a slight glow of a radiant light, but the glow is like almost like purple. It's a darker hue. And he prepares for that impending threat. And he just looks to you all and says, bless the gods for granting me the opportunity to fight alongside my friends once again. And his voice is kind of just full of like gratitude and determination as we begin our story and kick things off here. And as we watch this, you can roll initiative. Not bad. Taroxy's 22. All right, episode 9 of the Bronze Bullies, our season 2 here. As we're fighting on this ship, we'll go ahead and we're rolling some initiative. All right, so let's see what I got here. Fitz, what did you get? 11? Okay, I know 11. You guys probably. Okay, I see him in the chat. Okay, Fitz 11, Proxinos is 12. Then I got Telmoon 17. Sophia 15. Okay. So sorry, just getting a couple things here together. All right, so starting off the situation here, as you all are on the ship, one of these, the Archon, they're right in the middle. Oh, I should be on the battle cam screen probably. This one is going first at an initiative of 23, if you want to put these numbers. So right before Taroxys can act, and it sees the giant a bull, and kind of looks over at it and waves its blade like as though pointing towards you, Taroxys, and mutters a word in Arcanic. Can I have a charisma saving throw from Taroxys?
I can certainly try. An 8.
All right. So Taroxys is banished.
I'm going to try Indomitable.
Okay.
It didn't do any better. I'm banished.
Oh. So you just see this black smoke, these tendrils kind of grab at Taroxys and begin to like pull him into the ground. And then he just disappears. Let's see. Is there a save on that every turn? Or no? Yeah, so he gets saved. Okay. All right, so he uses his turn to do that. And then the figure, he just kind of goes up in the same smoke. And like somewhere nearby, the white tiger kind of strays by the ship. And you see the guy using a bonus action the figure land on the giant creature and is riding it. So you don't see it there on the board, but just know it's flying above you. It is finished its turn. At this point, it would be Telmoon, but before Telmoon, it's right at 20. No one's at initiative 20. I need one of you to roll a d6. Who wants to be master of?
I'll do it.
All right, Nikki's got this.
Okay. I love rolling dice. This won't be bad in any way. A 5.
Okay.
That's
so
good, right?
In the
That's
background,
gotta be good. 5
as the
new
wind
allies come to help us.
There's like wind. It's like hot wind whipping through your air. It's like hot. It still smells of magma because Velus has been, destroyed, and there's fire and ember in the air. And you look off, Fitz, all of you can kind of see in the background, and you see the black hole consuming all of Akros. Like the actual city is just being like swept away, and now the city's gone. That's all. Doesn't affect you all, but you just see the city being just destroyed.
Just emotional damage.
Yes. All of it just being sucked away. The where, for you, Proxinos, where you grew up, your mansion, the home, the teleportation circles, all of it just erupting.
My favorite tree.
Your favorite tree. Do not go through a tree to go to that one right now. As this is happening now, Telmoon, you are up. And if someone wants to record, so you all have a listing of orders. So it's the Ashen Rider, Taroxys, and then
do I happen to still have eyes on that coward, or is he just gone?
Yeah, no. Remember, I said that when I remove their miniatures from the board, you can always still see their beast. It's just like I don't have time to be moving the beasts around.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say the approximate range would be on that?
120 feet, because he just flew by.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna yell at my ballista dudes, and we're gonna have them try to shoot that Archon, because that's a little bitch. He a little punk.
Now remember, you still get your full turn, but you can commit. So if over here. So there is this Archon that is standing.
He's in.
There is one.
The ballista.
There is one that is standing next to your ballista. It doesn't mean you guys can't.
But they can't
fire.
do nothing about that. What they gonna do about that?
That's what I'm saying. They can still. Well, here's the thing. They can. This Archon is like. Here's the thing. The way I see it right now, he's towering. He's not looking at the ballista. He's like looking down over the ship, looking at something, deciding like almost like what he's going to strike, right? So in this moment, the ballista guys could take a shot, but by the and then he might turn on them. But right now, they could still take the shot. I'm not going to keep them from.
I don't care about them. Yeah. They can die.
He's probably more like here on this stair, like somewhere between the staircase. But I can only put him there. The ship's only so big.
Every shot they take at an Acroan is one that's not taken at one of my real friends.
All right, so yeah, you can take the shot now because you can commit 3 guys towards that.
So are we doing disadvantage or straight on this?
I'll give you a straight roll. No disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That will just hit.
All right. And I was just on it. Glad I checked off it before I decided to do that. 3d10.
Mm-hmm.
Google. Roll 3d10. So I'm not getting d10s out. Ha ha ha. 20 piercing damage.
20 piercing. Okay. So Telmoon, and as you're like, Telmoon's like, fire on that thing, whatever he's calling slaves. And they're like look like snapping back, no time to like glare at. I'm sure I'm not, but that's what you always call them. So I'm sure they know that's what you're saying in your mind. But no, as they're shooting at this thing, boom, it lands. It would have hit the Archon, and he kind of like pulls and dives at an angle so that it hits the tiger in the underbelly. But you see a bit of like light rush through, like a violet light rush through, and it connects where you both the beast and the rider react as though hit, almost as though they're sharing life force. But the beast seems to, while the rider is on it, the beast seems to absorb some of the damage.
See, so no con saving throw for that?
It's supposed to be a con saving throw?
Well, only if the Archon took damage.
The Archon did not take. Well,
okay, so it took all the damage. Cool.
Actually, I didn't. Fine. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think about that. So,
yeah, you said they were kind of sharing life pools, and I'm like, well,
they're sharing life pools. So what I'll say then, the life ball did to. So I'll give you the con save.
It's literally DC 10. Like it's not.
Yeah, no, it's fair. You got a 15. Actually, before adding the modifier.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a nat one eventually. Cool,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, and then screw that guy, fireball.
You fireballing that guy? Okay.
Yeah, fuck that dude. He took my friend. I watched him. He took my friend. And he ran. That guy's a coward, and I need my friend back. So just deck saves. It's a DC 20 for both 23. Him and his tiger.
So he takes half.
Tiger? Or just
both of them.
I mean,
so just give me the damage, and I will apply.
Golly, why don't I remember how any of these spells work? My head's broken. 8d6. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Okay, that's 25. So half. So it's 12 fire damage.
Cannot believe it. 12 fire damage.
Yep, okay. And then so I guess
that 12 is the half, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And then as the ballista hits it, it levels out, and the rider kind of leans in and takes the blade, right, and kind of aims it at Telmoon, and it begins to charge like a blast, like a bolt is about to arc out of it. But then you cast the fireball, right, boom, and it blows it back, and it nat one that, and so it nat one its legendary action. So in addition to its fire trying to shoot this bolt at you, it lost another one of its legendary actions in that. So it's a legendary. It's 2 legendary actions down for that nat one.
Nice. Okay, and so it decided. Wow. Why can't I think? So it took.
It's okay. I feel fuzzy too tonight. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get.
Yeah, for the AOE only. The AOE only hits it once too.
The AOE. What do you mean?
Did they each take the 12 or did?
Oh yeah. They both took it.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
They're treat the beast and the beast and it are the same. Is what you're getting. They're sharing powers. They're not. Yeah.
All right.
So, but the beast is resistant, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's fine. All right, and then I will just bonus action ancestral guidance. Those little Super Saiyan and end his turn.
Actually, I didn't think you, but you are within 30 feet. I need you to give me
At the start of my turn? At the end of my turn?
At the start of your turn. I know. It was
Got it.
It was supposed to be the start of your turn.
Okay.
I didn't look at the board, so this would have been at the start of your turn. I just need a wisdom saving throw from you. Tell Moon.
Oh, fuck. Is this magical?
It is.
Because I need all the help I can get. That is a nat 19 for an 18.
Okay. So you pass.
Okay.
And you feel this like. What's funny is it doesn't say it's magical, but I mean they're magical. I mean, I don't know. I'll think about that.
Yeah,
later.
it's
But
not a spell for sure. The question
it's
is,
not. It's not a
effect?
spell. Yeah, it's a magical effect. So, basically, you start to feel like in your everything like it's like a grenade or a bomb or went off in fire. Something explosion happened next to you, and you feel your senses kind of dulling to the point where it's hard to hear, and you feel like, and for a second there, you almost feel like your voice was getting distant, like your soldiers couldn't hear you, and then you were able to push through it. This moves. So that was at the beginning of the turn. You did the turn. The turn went off flawlessly. Camera pans over to Sophia, who is right there on the main deck, going. Oh, I know.
I too need to make a saving throw.
You do, as well.
Okay.
And you don't, and tell Moon you don't have to make that saving throw anymore.
Nice, because I would have failed after this turn.
Wisdom,
for
right?
sure.
Wisdom. Yep.
27.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you're passing that as well, feeling the same effects but pushing through it.
So Sophia just commands her Echoians to man a fucking instrument of death on this vessel. I don't care which one.
All right, 3 people load a mangonel.
All right,
so
yeah,
3 people load a magnet.
they can go there. I'm just gonna stick with, since douchebag decided to dip.
You can still see him, but yeah, you just saw Tell Moon literally put a fireball on him in the sky, and he comes flying out of it, riding that like white. It's a saber-tooth, like a white saber-tooth tiger with white wings and black stripes. Like it's like part zebra, part it's these beasts are otherworldly.
But the one next to the ballista, that's on our ship.
Yep.
Yes. So there's 2 that are on the ship, right? Like there's one here. There's one here, one there.
I can't do shit about that guy.
Yep. So you got a couple of them on the ship.
All right, so Sophia's just gonna go around the mass where that stairwell is, looking up at the one to the left, next to the ballista.
Yep.
She's going to cast a 4th level spiritual weapon as her bonus action, and try to hit him with that.
All right. So she casts a spiritual weapon, which I don't have on me, but I will put a marker here. It stands as it. What does the spiritual weapon look like as it flourishes into the world?
It's a crook.
Okay, nice. She can attack, hit with it.
Oh, thank God for the big numbers. 21.
That will hit.
Oh, thank God. It's only 2d8 plus my modifier. 7 plus 14 force damage.
14. It'll take it. So it gets like pushed back as the damage like slams into it. It's kind of trying to block. It's there's a moment where it's having like a melee fight with your spiritual weapon, and you land a blow, striking through like it's ethereal energy.
Let's see how wise these fuckers are. For her main action, this Archon's gonna hear a bell toll in his head, and I need a wisdom save of 21. 23.
23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23.
Okay, nothing.
And I'll say like you felt the force back, like it was with ease, like it just kind of was like whoa, it just like shunted the, but it still rolled, so it wasn't like immune, but it's pretty. It's got a pretty good force on its wisdom. Pretty good.
All right, that's Sophia's turn.
Okay. From Sophia, we move to Telmoon's gone. Let's see. Pythias is just going. He kind of like stands in, kind of pulls in close to the group, like by Telmoon, preparing to help if needed, almost like holding his action for when needed. And then from there we move to the Ashen Rider, or the Archon near the ballista will attack the group here.
The Ashen Rider? Let's go.
Let's see.
I don't want to fight him. The hell cool. Oh, there's an Ashen Rider.
You just like their fucking name.
He's flying a zebra tiger. I want that guy on my squad. Screw these acroids.
So using that blade, he begins to cut at them, striking a 21 on the first. And they use cleave rules, so basically they could, so 21 to hit.
You kill my acroids?
No, I don't have done any damage yet. They'll take... Wow, that was a really low roll. 3 radiant and 6 slashing, which is really bad.
He's at 43.
Rolled low on both of them.
On both of them? On all 3 of them?
No, just basic counts as one guy. But basically, if he's within range and they keep stacking up, right? Like they'll basically, I'm tracking like the Acroians as like units of 6. So I just did what? I did 6 and 7, 8, 9 points of damage, right, on that unit. He will strike again.
At map?
Does 18 hit the Acroian Hoplite?
It does.
Doing...
Did you do that -4?
14. I was supposed to do that from -4?
No, that's Pathfinder.
It's Pathfinder.
Oh, yeah. Don't play with me. So 14. 23 more damage. That was more.
Yo, my man, you don't get to start with 9 and then just move to 23. What the fuck is this? These dudes.
And then he misses on that one. The third attack will miss.
These slaves are so dead.
These slaves are so dead.
And
indentured assets.
We go in.
And then he will bonus action. He will take off and land on his steed, on his mount, up into the.
Howard's all yes. I see you, Troy.
This moves us, ends that turn, moving us to Proxinos.
Proxinos looking over to Pythias, giving a nod. Good to see your face again. Let's try to get everyone here. And Proxinos just lays the heaviest yawn as it echoes out on the one that banished Teroxes as a dispel magic goes off.
It's 120 feet.
It's 120 feet. And I cast it at a 4th level.
The one, okay, it's targeting the one that banished Teroxes. And what spell is it again?
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic.
At 4th level.
Okay. Do I get a save on that? What is it?
if it's a spell level that is
Oh,
equal
if it's a
to
spell
it,
level equal to it, then it will drop. So he casted banishment normally, so then it would drop if it's. I didn't upcast it basically, so.
okay.
Banishment.
Yeah, that should drop then.
Yep,
Banishment
then it drops. So
I
it
don't know,
dispels
man.
magic.
I'm an asshole. I would rule that magical effect is on a different plane.
It's worth noting.
But yeah,
The target,
But if the
spellcaster
target
still concentrates.
no,
on
it's
it.
a concentration spell.
No, I agree.
So...
I agree with you. I'm just saying. I'm an
I see
asshole.
what you're
You're
saying.
technically supposed to target the magical effect.
That does make sense. Yeah, you have to it's like you target the effect to get rid of it. You're targeting
The creature, the object, and magical effect, and you drop the thing that's affecting them. But no, you dropped it. Oh, no.
I won't go against it with what you said, Ted, but that's good to know for the future.
I'm an asshole,
It's
so
good
I
to know
would
for the
do
future.
that.
It's not even an asshole. It's like that's rules as written. I've been trying to be more rules as written, so I'm trying to be more of that both ways. So I'll say though that Taroxys is still back. Okay, so is that your Taroxys, and for this time you feel like you materialize floating in a void of just darkness, and there are no stars, there are no it's just nothing. It feels like you're almost like in water, and you feel immense pressure on your body while you're there, which this is something I kind of forgot from earlier on from the way I built this. Can I have a Constitution saving throw?
$20.
All right, so half. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, but you come back. So you're back in the. So you just felt like and this will make sense later for all of you because I know that everybody's like, that's not how banishment works. And I know the spell says you can transfer them somewhere that's what is it? It has to be harmless. This is not that. This is not, the Archons are not abiding. It's not that banishment. So you do come back feeling just feel like you were kind of slowly being crushed as you make it back. You almost feel like it was something connected to the void beyond, right? But you are back. Let's see.
And
I think, what do you got
bonus
next for me?
action, just having the Acroians reload as just like a bolstering shout, keep reloading. And they will receive the ones by the ballista that got hit will get
max healing.
Okay, that is 15 points of healing, and we'll
To
get
the
5
ones by the
temporary hit
ballista?
points. Yeah, the ones that
Nice.
got injured.
15 total.
15 plus 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Nice. All right. Does that end? So you can just see Proxinos kind of like wheeling his magic and supporting this entire ship, supporting his friends and you can feel Persis kind of controlling the ship and like dodging shrapnel and asteroids that are just kind of flying by it. As this moment, the Archon that was on the White Tiger throws, using its legendary action, will toss kind of that shoot a bolt from its ashen blade towards the guys that you just healed, because they were the ones who shot it for 28, doing 23 to necrotic damage. At that moment, they're immune.
No, I'm kidding. Go keep going.
I was waiting for somebody.
Plot twist.
At this moment, the one that just bamped away from them, he throws one as well. The legendary.
Right, they each have legendary actions. Very nice.
For 20 to hit, doing another 25 to them.
So Mal doesn't want these guys to live.
Why does that particular dude hate this guy?
They shot it.
And then the one across the way throws a bolt at Pythias.
Dude just came back. Don't be a dick.
We just attacking pedestrians now, like no reason. It's all good.
I was like, I ain't gonna fuck with the Bronze Bullies, but I'll fuck with everyone around them.
16.
Yo, did I miss what the second one that jumped off the ship is riding?
And so it's Pythias. The thing is, he's like, can I have a insight check from all of you on the ship as
Heck yeah.
Pythias is struck by this?
12.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
That's only an 11.
18.
God damn it.
for some
How'd you
reason.
do worse than me in insight?
For some reason, Taraxis is like the most.
Yeah.
He's just like
Taraxis has been he's been introspective lately.
I came back from the void. Everything looks different.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Okay, 18 and up
Damn,
is what
Fitz.
I'm looking for. It was so Fitz got it. Taraxis here near 18s, and so Fitz, as you see Pythias staggering in front of you, kind of like falls. He doesn't look extremely hurt, right? Kind of like blocks with his blade, but the necrotic energy rolls through him, like kind of like electrical energy flashes, and he gets pushed back across the deck, maybe 5 feet. But what was just like a strike, like, you know, he clearly shakes it off, but his body for a moment looks a little bit translucent. It kind of shudders, and it almost looks like almost like he's fading a bit with that blow. And for a second, he seems to, and this Taraxis you can take from this as well, is like, for a second he looks at you, Fitz, and he seems to look at you like he doesn't know who you are. And then he's like, and then his eyes, you ever look at somebody and their eyes go like, oh, yes, that's Fitz. Almost like like he was losing memories from the blow, or losing himself with the strike. Take with that what you will, both of you. That ends those legendary actions from those two. This moves us to Fitz, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah!
Actually, hold
Okay.
on. It doesn't move us to
time.
Fitz. It's the yes, you're next, Fitz, but it's the Ashen Rider, or the one that's over here. Will leap down, pushing down over these guys. Right to where Taraxis is, and it's going to attack. Come on, if I can get to what I'm looking for. Proxinos, also I need a... Did I get a wisdom save from you and Sophia? For the starting your turn within 30 feet of
That...
one. Actually, you were not within 30 feet.
Yeah,
So
you got it
no.
from Sophia.
Proxinos was. Sophia was not, because the other one had already bonus actioned
okay.
away. You would need to make a save, Proxinos. I'm sorry. On the beginning of your turn from being with. So I hit a 23 to Taraxis. Does that hit?
Yep.
And then
I rolled a 17 on my wisdom save.
Light work,
Okay.
let's go.
Oh my god, it missed 2 of them, but it hit 1 on Taraxis. I only missed 2 of its attacks. Doing 11 slashing and 7 radiant damage.
Got
So 18 total to you, Taraxis, from those attacks. And then you said you got a 17 Proxinos, and that was for the aura that's coming off from this thing. And I think that just fails. So
Does that mean we take back Proxinos' turn?
No.
What about
Proxinos, on your turn, what did you?
I casted a spell for Dispel Magic.
You
I got a
cast
question.
spell,
I got a
Is
question.
it-
Hold on. Is Pythias still a paladin?
Why?
Because he
Yes,
has
he
aura
has
of
aura.
protection.
gives us a bonus to saves.
Osgran, he is still a paladin.
Yep.
You can make the save one more time. This might undo your turn, to be honest.
Well, if Aura Protection's a flat buff.
Yeah, it's like it's a flat like +1. Did you say he just missed it?
It's a flat +1.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
he
it
would
might be
hit.
higher than that.
Depending on
It's
the
at
level.
least
Plus
a
your
plus.
plus your
+1.
charisma. Yeah.
So then he would have hit, so it would have stand. Fair enough. So you're immune.
Nice.
Okay.
Fair enough. You're good. You're good. So Proxino's creature Fitz, you are up now.
Okay.
Time out. We're gonna do this right for once. Make the wisdom save.
Okay.
Yes.
I got your back now.
Thank you.
So that one
7.
will break our hearts. Hell yeah.
So Fitz, you are deaf. You cannot speak, and you are deafened till the start of your next turn. So you can still take your
can't-
action. You just can't.
Okay.
If it takes a what do you call it, vocal component, then
we're
you
good.
yeah. So that
okay.
kind of silence booming in on you.
So I am going to turn towards. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not hitting everybody.
Joke's on you.
How much
sign language
space
for-
is this bad guy taking up?
They are what do you call that? They would be technically by the spaces large. What's the next one? Gargantuan. Or is
they're
huge. They're huge.
So
So
3 by
that
3?
means they take
Yeah.
up 9 spaces, right? So he takes up 9 spaces of the bullet. So yeah, like a 3,
So he's 15,
15 by
basically.
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Love it. I am going to well, I can't speak that. Since I can't speak, that takes away half of what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I will pull out my piccolo and blow into it as hard as I can and cast Shatter at that very large guy.
Okay.
I need a con save of 17.
So can you still shatter? Let's see.
I can, and a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal
Okay.
has
So you don't need a
disadvantage.
vocal component to shatter.
Oh, shit. Well,
Yeah.
it says
But she used her
verbal
piccolo, though.
semantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
You
I
need a
usually-
somatic,
Anything
which
with
means
the
you use
verbal
your
is a
mouth. You're like you're blowing
Shit.
through the silence. Like it means that like no
So
one can hear
even
what you're
just, like,
no one can hear what you're
exhaling
playing.
air.
Yeah, you can't hear it. He's like sucking all the life out of that. You being able to do that, at least this turn.
Ugh.
And once you pass it, you'll cease to have to do it for like basically 24 hours. So you'll be good, but you're not there yet.
Basically, I'll be fine once I'm not fine.
Yes. I'm just letting you know you want to do it multiple times. You want to do it once. So those who have passed it are good, but you didn't pass it this turn.
I
Throw a cat in
have
his face.
so many things that are just that I need my voice for. I'd never thought about this.
I know it's
Shoot him.
It's rough.
Just
for
shoot
Bob.
him.
I
Shoot him
don't-
foot.
Yeah.
It's so much weaker. My weapons are so sad compared to my magic.
Do you not have a god weapon?
Do not come to. I
It's-
got a stick.
Nyleia gonna take that from you right now.
It's not that great. it's like +8. It's not that great. You know what? I'll take a sharpshooter shot
Okay.
at this
Fuck
stupid
yeah.
giant thing. I
So
rolled
she
an
notches the
18, and I have a +11 on that bow.
vines
so I'm
crawl
pretty sure
across
that
the
hits.
bow. Flowers sprout from it. All right. What you hit? Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
You guys, the damage isn't that
If it's
No.
not 0,
Sorry.
it's good.
Yeah,
Throw a
If
cat
I
in his
can't
face. Hit it with a cat.
if Sophia can't cast spells, she's hitting shit with a stick.
Yeah, that's
Oh, wow. I got 9 + 10 from my sharpshooter. A 19.
19.
Yeah, like it.
That is the highest damage we've done to them so far.
19 will hit.
Correct.
Oh, 19 damage. You said 19 damage, right? Because you already
correct.
hit. Sorry, my
19
brain.
damage.
19 damage. Still take the 19. All right.
And I can't do anything else because my voice is required for everything. So I bonus action flip him off.
Okay, do you want to fly? Do you want to do anything with Kai? Is Kai doing anything? Are you going to send Kai below deck?
I can't communicate with Kai. I can't tell him what to do.
True. This is yes.
But question: if I am going to use Kai, does that take away my action, or should I roll for Kai's placement in initiative?
I think I should for now on. I start pulling up the rules that I sent you for Kai because I think we said you can use Kai as in like it doesn't take your turn. Remember, it's like you can use a bonus action, but then you can like there was like I remember on the sheet it was like you can cast multiple. You can use multiple actions, but the more commands you give, the more it takes away from you. So that first command is like free, basically. It's a free. Then it goes bonus action, and then it goes something else. But so basically, on your turn, Kai can do something. Right now, you can't command Kai. So this is actually one of those strange situations where I have to wonder like, what would Kai do? Right? Like.
Right.
I think I would make you roll on the random chart. But roll on the random chart for what Kai does. He won't necessarily hurt you all. He might attack, I'll make it make sense, right? But roll on the random chart for what Kai does right now.
I have the rebelling chart in front of me.
The rebelling
that's not
chart.
What you're talking about, right?
That's what I'm talking about. Because basically we're using it because Kai doesn't have any direction right now. He's looking to you
this
for
is
it.
Kai's baby's first battle.
Let's be honest. She's looking at Proxenos anyway.
Oh, on a 3, Kai must run away seeking solitude.
Okay, so
that's understandable.
Makes sense. So
that's the right move by Kai.
Clawing, he will go. If you all need to consult your ship layout, I can pull it. But I would say that he would basically just rush closest way from the main deck to the cargo. There's like a section in the middle of the hull where he can go down. He just goes downstairs. He can always come back out, but she goes down
when you have new people coming over and they just disappear. You're like, what?
She's like running through like the soldiers are fighting and she's like moving, like knocking them over like bowling pins as she rushes in
noping right out
below
of
deck.
there.
Yeah, just like nope, I'm good.
He's becoming more and more of a cat.
Oh, that's my dream come true.
All right, so that gives Barraclan is up. Anybody can. So Barraclan's right here. I don't know what you guys.
He's gonna go punch that dude.
He's gonna punch that guy. So Apple, I imagine, climbs up here with Moby and is firing shots down from the perch above because Apple is just always on his arrows. So. But
so is Barraclan like strong or like suplex this guy strong?
He is so you can look him up, but I'll basically, if I can tell you, his strength is he's got a 20 strength, so he's got a +5 to his strength. He's got Indomitable, so he can do that twice a day where he can re-roll a failed saving throw. He's got Second Wind like a fighter does, so he can recharge and gain 20 hit points, which he hasn't lost anything, so maybe that's not important right now. And he's got his unarmed. He's got 4 unarmed strikes. They're +9, 5-foot range, 1d4 +9 damage. So not bad. He can do a lot of damage if he keeps hitting.
Okay, he'll throw 3 punches. You said those are. Was the modifier on that?
+9.
A 9. Yeah.
Okay, so his first one's a lovely 11.
That's a miss. Ching! The shield goes up. That it like hits the shin of the metal, and it.
I don't know why it rolled 2, but that second one is also a miss.
Well, yep.
Third one is 17.
That will hit.
Okay, and then 1d4 +9. That's gonna be 10 damage.
All right, take that 10.
And
These fists
for
like
his...
magical weapons, literally punching into this guy, takes all that Takes the hit.
His last attack, he's gonna grapple it. He's gonna try and grapple.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should be a D20 plus 5.
His athletics is plus 9.
Oh, plus 9. Okay. 17 plus 9.
21.
He got
Yeah.
It's all right.
Barry wins.
But here's the thing: can he grapple a huge creature?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the question.
He couldn't unless he had the feat that made him be able
Yeah.
to do that.
Are you saying that how
So here's the thing, what I'll give it-
wouldn't have that feat?
I'm gonna say Barraclan could gain that feat, but this thing is that being able to do that puts him on Bronze Bullies level, and I don't think he's there, right? I don't think.
We'll just keep it as an attack roll. He'll have hit with the.
Yeah, he'll
17
just
plus.
We'll keep it as a hit. We'll do that. I imagine
So
like it's
gonna
like
be-
he grabs the leg, he like pulls it, and you kind of see him start to hold the thing, and then it just like bursts, steps away, but it takes the damage.
Yeah, so instead he throws another haymaker, and that's gonna be 13 bludgeoning.
All right, takes it.
He's doing his part.
Oh, that makes
Alright.
100% sense. I was gonna ask, and I'm like, nope, I've already messed up too many things this session.
Yep. Swinging legendary action on. You gotta be fucking kidding me! Wow, swinging on Proxinos, that creature right there completely flubs it. Doesn't hit. And then that the other one, there's one that's still flying that still has one left, and we'll throw on that group. They don't like that group that shot at them.
God damn.
That's the group. A bolt of just ash and necrotic energy hit them for another 30.
They have to
How
be
much-
dead.
There's 3 of them. They took 23 and 30 and 23 minus 15. I think
Yep.
2 are dead, probably.
Yep. So there are of the total. Actually, I gotta do some.
Well, my job's
Poor
easy because he
dudes.
just straight up was like, nope, we kill yours.
Alright, more people to the ballista. Fucking go.
Move the bodies. Take their places.
Well, nobody
That's the-
sent. You prepped a mangonel and nobody sent people over to actually fire.
Next turn gets fired. Fuck it.
Looking at you, Nick.
So. Okay, yeah, there's still one guy on that
Dodge
one.
actions from now on because these guys really hate these guys for no reason.
Another thing that happens, so when those 2 guys go down, before we we start the next round, what you see is as the bolt hits them, the guys get thrown away. They land on the ground, and they as they pass out, those Akroan, where their bodies should lie, where they should be there, like essentially making death saving throws or making their final moments, they burst. They begin to like crackle and pop like pyrotechnics, like little like fireworks from the inside out. They burn away and they just puff into ash. They like burn out they burn like stars from the Knicks, and then they end on a like wispy ash floats away. So there are no bodies on the ship. They're gone. So when these things kill you, when they put you on the ground and you die, the body goes away. That's what you see happening. So if you wanted to bring those guys back that just died, they would not be there. They just floated away. Like there's like ash marks where their bodies fell. Top of the round, round 2. At this moment, I will say before we continue on, also, you all wouldn't really. Oh, you would get a message like through the Rocky Talkies, like of Delphine letting you know that she has the more she's at the helm of the arc of the Archon, the more like power is being unlocked, and she realizes that she can take a normal spell and she can just fucking magnify it, right? So she casts haste on the people, like out to a certain like orb to like a distance. So they start like fucking rapidly moving, like they're moving like twice as fast. They're dashing onto the ship. So it's all happening so quick. So by the course of like within a minute, she could turn 1,000 people into close to 4,000 people boarding the ship. So she's doing that. That's all happening. We're at the top. One of the that one stays where he is. That's my fault. One of the riders will start the top of the round at 23. So as you begin, the beast begins to dive. That first one appears right here. And it will swing on. So it's like you see them like leap off their beast and then like vanish like in the smoke and then appear and black smoke come out of it. It's gonna attack Telmoon because the blades have a range of 10 feet. 25 to hit. Shield. Shield beats a 20. Jeez. Oh, yep. Okay. Because what's your AC is what, a 20?
26.
That's fucking insane. Then the second attack will be.
It'll be a coward, so we're gonna be good. Fuck.
No.
Don't run away this time.
Well,
I'm right here.
Swinging on the soldiers next to him, hitting for. Ooh, that was a good one. That was 25.
No, we needed new help around here anyway.
Okay, this is what you wanted, Jason. You said every hit on the Acroans is a hit, not on you.
That is a hit, not on. I mean,
And that last hit towards Pythias, since he's right in front of me, and that is an 18, and that will actually miss.
Oh.
And then I need someone to give me a d6 roll.
I did it last time, you guys.
I can take it up.
And I
Yeah,
made
Nick,
the whole city fall into a black hole. So.
Yeah, Nick, you kill your own city.
Don't roll a 5.
I don't know what this means, but I rolled a 2.
Rome's in there now.
Okay. So over the side of the ship as you all are fighting, you see that the mounts, a couple of the mounts fly away for a moment and are able to like ascend on like ascend on Piaxathor's ship, and they just kind of start raking across, like throwing like people off the sides of that ship, and that ship takes damage. So Piaxathor's ship takes 42 damage. 22 damage. I know it's huge different, yeah, because I'm thinking differently, but 22. And so that happens, and that's it. That's all that happens there. And now top of the round, I think that's who's Telmoon, or who was it?
Roxy's.
Guys.
Roxy's.
Come on, bull.
Hold on, I've got a wisdom save to make. It's a 12. I can't hear, I can't talk, but I don't need to do any of that.
Yep.
To do damage.
That smacks about with a hammer. Let's go.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to activate my Hill Rune to give me resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. And then I'm gonna swing a whole lot on that dude right in front of me.
All right.
First swing's gonna be an 18 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
That's gonna be 13 bludgeoning. And
13. That's the last dude. Okay, so he takes 13.
13 bludgeoning, 14 fire.
As Troxy starts to kind of beat this Archon back. All right.
Second swing.
Second swing.
So
Yep.
28 to hit.
You're hitting.
It's going to be 14 bludgeoning. And 27 fire.
27. So, like, yeah, Troxy's just going to work. This is like what he does when he's here, just kind of just right out of the gates. The thing is like already on its back foot. Like, it's not looking like it's dying necessarily, but you know, you ever like see like it's just like being beaten back. You know, like every time its shield goes up, that blow of that hammer from Perforos throws the shield out, allowing Troxy to kind of strike true to the core energies, like around, kind of starting to batter in the metal of the, you know, the breastplate.
Because it's got another one coming.
Yep.
Oh, I hate my
that
life.
one
That's
just
15.
doesn't do it. Ping, is it like kind of steps out of the way on that one.
You know, I'm going to action surge. We need to remove
Okay.
these. That's going to be a 30 to hit.
It'll take it. Boom! Another huge blow from Taroxys.
16 bludgeoning
16
and
from
19
that.
fire.
16. Jeez, and 19 fire. So it kind of looks staggered, almost like the metal around the Eidolon form kind of sags for a second, like it's trying to like pick itself, like pull itself back together.
Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Beautiful. We're just going to keep going. 12 bludgeoning
Takes it.
and 22 fire.
And you got one more attack.
One more. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
It's hanging on. That's gonna hit.
15 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And 22 fire.
I want you to inform me, because you probably don't know what these things look like when they die, but like, what does it? I mean, what are you going for? What's the killing blow from Taroxys?
Taroxys is smashing everything he can hit, so it's just beating and breaking until the armor just starts to kind of, like, the leg detaches from the ethereal force, and then the other leg, and then like the breastplate rips off, and it's like it's falling to pieces with each hit. Another piece flies off into the ether. Eventually, when it's just the helmet gets knocked off the ship.
And as the helmet goes over the side, it disappears. It is, and in that moment, I mean, amazing kind of moment from Taroxys holding Perforos' hammer. You hear like you hear like a thunk, and when you look down, you didn't even see it come back. The helmet is there, black smoke, and then it just reappears, just like stands back up. But you can tell all the marks on it. It still looks tired. It still looks like you did a shit ton of damage of it, but it re-emerges like out of the Nyx, like reborn for one more go round, but not at full strength. So it regains some life. And that's its ability. So it's like basically it's Taroxys is watching this thing like come out of the smoke and put itself back together, but not 100%. As that happens, we move Taroxys to the.
If I have a chance,
Yes.
I'll have my Acroans launch
Yeah.
the Mangonel at the one who's still flying.
Okay, you can go for that. The one that's still flying. And
D20. I don't know what to add to it.
And this
But
one's
it's an
standing in front of
18.
you. Okay. That is the Mangonel. So there's only 3 on the Mangonel right now. Okay, no, there was 3. Who committed 3 to the Mangonel last turn?
Troy did. Sophia
Troy did. So Taroxys would send 2. Yep.
That was a 23 to hit because of the +5.
Sweet. And what's the damage?
And it's 5d10.
5d10.
He would get an opportunity of attack on them as they rush up. So where is my okay? Not even gonna hit him. It's crazy. I'm rolling really low. So they rush over. They get to the Mangonel. Yeah, they fired. They hit. Go ahead and give me damage to the. And the one that is flying is not the. It's the second one. Okay.
29
Yep.
damage.
29. They will take that damage.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Let me do. Sorry, I'm just doing some record keeping here. And then this one took. All right, so that's a great blow there, but in response, the legendary actions will come out as the one in the sky that's just been hit by the Mangonel, like tries to, it does a basic coordinated assault as it does what you saw it doing on the other ship. Its beast is kind of strafing by and trying to grab as many men and throw them off as possible. So it's going to it's using 2 legendary actions to do this. So it's spending 2 to hit those guys on the Mangonel. 24. It's hitting one guy, doing 26 damage to that group. They're part of a different unit, so not too bad as they continue to hold on. The one that is standing right next to to the group over here next to Taroxys will swing on Proxinos, the blade, for a nat 20 for 30.
Beautiful. As he shoots that weapon out, one of my runes glows.
You can't.
Yep.
I can.
Oh, I fucking can't. Can I silvery
an-
bars if I can't talk?
You
You
can't speak.
can, but Taroxys can.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
And why
So
can
as the-
Taroxys? Because didn't he fail his too?
Cloud rune.
Taroxys is
Cloud.
in a
It's a
purple
rune.
thing.
It is in a yep.
Is-
It's
So when a
giant
creature,
magic.
when you
Yep.
or a creature you can see within 30 feet is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet to become the target. So the target
it's you.
basically switches off
Boom.
of Proxinos and onto the back of his friend. So how
Gonna
that
be
looks
another
is
target.
the rune glows and the sword goes through a tiny portal and stabs his friend in the back.
Got it. So you can put it on. Okay, so then that guy's gonna take. Jeez.
Yeah, no, this squad is really ready for you to have nat 20s now.
I know. So that's 14. So I'll take
Whoa.
20 there, plus the radiant. $33. More than that actually. The 33 there's gonna be, it's a nat. So 33 is 46. Okay, so that one, the one in the one right here, then is his friend is gonna take 46. And let me find him. That's a lot. All right. So I guess they say as it like kind of moves dramatically and staggers. Really hurt. Let's see. Great move there. Troxys. Back up top. Who were we at? I lost my place for a second. Who went last?
THEROS.
Okay, that's what I was doing. Yeah, because that was like legendary
so
actions. So legendary actions.
There's a lair action, right?
There's a legendary action for this one right here. Because they all can take one. That one of them took two. This one's gonna take one. We rolled. Did we roll for the layer action yet? No, because Taroxys goes.
Correct. Yeah. So between Taroxys and me, there's a layer action.
There's a layer action. Yeah.
That's not the D6, right? Because
no, that's the D6. We already did the D6.
Oh, we already did
Yeah,
the D6.
we already did that.
So then I will just make an attack on. Jesus. And Telmoon, you're already, your shield is still up this turn, so I'm gonna attack Pythias then.
Don't run away just because I'm scared.
Does like 19 just hits. 16 plus.
My shield is forever, pal.
16. What was the last damage? Okay, 7. So I will say this: Pythias staggers back, stab. This thing runs him through, and this time he begins to become more translucent, more like white veins, starts to become more spirit-like. He gives a look to Fitz and Telmoon, like, and he just whispers, like, "If I go again this way, I go forever." And it's not his turn, so he can't do anything, but he'll I imagine he's gonna try to heal himself unless you guys do it on his turn. He's like trying to like focus his powers.
Lay all the hands.
Yeah. You would have paladin. Like, what are you looking at me for? Like, look at that.
No, he's just telling you. So you're just observing knowledge. I'm just saying, letting you know, like if he goes, he's not normal in the way that you all. If he, he's not going back to the underworld. Is basically what he's trying to tell you. He's, so you may want to shield him, maybe.
I'm standing here trying to get you to stab me. You won't.
You got to reposition yourself. He's up front. He's in front of you. So yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Done. Moving to.
My turn.
Yep. You got it. Your turn.
I will reposition myself. Fucking. Actually, before I do that, I will quick enough firebolt at this dude.
Okay.
Plus 12 is a 21.
21. All right. That's going to hit.
That's really not the important part, but let's roll this. The important part of this is that I'm a Valiant Spell Sword. So that's 16 fire. Then I'm going to run up on this dude. And I'm going to start stabbing him with advantage, because that's how we roll now.
Wait. So I can make sure you hit him with 16 fire, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
Okay.
My action, I'm going to swing at him twice.
Yep.
With illumination. Yeah, that'll hit. That's a 27. And that's a nat 20 and a 2. So.
Okay.
I need a con save from him.
Okay. Nat 20 for.
That's fine. You don't gotta tell me what it's gonna be. You win, okay? You won. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and.
Hey, you guys doing really good. I'm not doing that hot. I've been rolling shitty tonight. I got that one nat 20. That's my only nat 20.
Regardless of, tell me what his crazy ass con is. You're 47. And then 2d6, and then 4d6. Okay, so that will be 7, 15, 16, 30 piercing damage.
Jeez.
And 6 plus 10 is 16. 23 radiant.
23. He's looking pretty brutalized.
And I stand on his big toe.
He steps back. Jeez, he will. It's against what he should not do strategically. He'll swing back at Telmoon with a legendary action for 28.
He did it. Look at him. Congratulations.
Telmoon will take
all the damage. 53.
19 radiant, and he'll take 15 slashing. That was his one good. Yeah, it's like, you stood on his toe, and he's like, "Get off!"
Right.
The other one will, on the other side, will swing on. Jeez, this is such a.
You feel good, guys.
Let me make it random. All right, swinging on Proxinos.
Yep.
That's a nat 20 for 30. It's my second nat 20.
Stop it.
D&D Beyond is starting to like send me some power.
How far away is Proximus from me?
From you, Sophia,
Within 30 feet.
1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's 45 feet. Except I'm looking at the squares on the ship. If I try to front it, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, it's 45 no matter which way I peg it. Oh, and who took that plunge? Somebody took a plunge. Oh, it was Apple. Let's see.
That's fine. We'll tell Renee you killed him off camera.
So that'll be 30 slashing. That will be to Proxinos.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't stab him in the toe, guys. It makes him mad.
46 radiant.
I'm sorry, 30 and 46?
Yes.
Together?
Yes.
Those?
Nat 20, man.
I was a nat 20. Those dice all doubled. Yeah, they all rolled hot. That would
have killed me outright.
So as you're still up.
Still
and of
up.
course you are, right? But how are you? How is Proxinos looking?
The single stab just radiates this golden light as it like pierces his chest, and you see parts of him kind of coming like just a little wispy, like you see like this kind of like gray fog kind of rolling around his body, sometimes coming in, sometimes coming out.
Yeah.
And gasping, as that was very painful.
And as he pulls the blade out, you suddenly hear this voice, like it seems to be coming out of the Archon that stabbed you. It seems to be coming out of the Archon next to him. It seems to be coming out of the Archon flying, and then in a weird distance, it seems to be echoing out of the void itself. I am so sick of you all being a thorn in my side. But you, particularly, Proxinos, I hate your father, and I'm going to send you back to him in ashes. That will teach him to think there is a new god around, and this pantheon only has one. And even, but shh, don't tell Thraxes. and we'll take a 5-minute break there and pick right back up.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yeah.
Stuff.
I was about to say, which
hate
father are you
being
talking
silenced.
about?
Oh, you said which father? I think you assume he's talking about like Erebos.
Yeah, I'm going with Erebos on that one.
Yeah. Oh man. Good
So
stuff.
is the one that died and came back to life, is that the one that's shit talking right now?
Sounds like it's coming from everybody.
It's coming out of all of them. It's a voice.
Oh, there's just a
coming out of
collective.
a collective voice coming out. Like they don't have any facial features. They don't. It's just a voice, like almost like they're a speaker box, just transmitting a message. It doesn't. The creature isn't even acting the way the personality of the voice that's coming out of it's still just trudging along, fighting. Yeah.
Great.
Now,
great.
Fitz, you failed on that. Yeah, you failed last turn. So this turn you get to make the save.
I have to make the
break it.
save to break
Yeah,
it, right?
to
Like
break
I
it.
don't just automatically get a turn.
You gotta make. Yeah.
Are you close to Pythias? Because you would get a bonus to the save.
I'm all up in the mix right there.
Actually, I reread it. You can't speak and you're deaf until the start of your next turn, so it doesn't last.
Yeah, it's good
You're
regardless.
Good.
Oh.
You're good.
So
Hey,
it just is over
Yep.
when my turn starts.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Were you
about
gonna say,
I
just-
updated Telmoon, and it looks like I ended up losing the details of the crit stuff with Cacophony and Illumination. You don't gotta do it now, but at some point, could you just resend that to me?
Oh yeah. I can send it to you. Okay. Yep. So but those are your stats for the.
I have
sword.
the attack stuff,
Uh-huh.
and
But
I know
all the
that it's
rest
a
of
con
it.
save. I know
Got
the first stage is a con save, and if they fail, then they're either blinded or deafened for a minute, depending on what I attacked with.
Yep.
But there's a second stage to it that I don't remember the rules for.
Okay. Let me get that while we're on our break. Good stuff.
But it doesn't matter when you roll nat 20s on your damn con saves. Rolling nat ones on your legendary action. Hit me. Nat 1 to get my boy back. These dudes are wild. I like them. They're interesting.
Yeah, they're not complete pushovers, but they're not like crazy god level, but
Yeah, I mean they're what you're supposed to do to speed up high level D&D, right? Like make them hit harder, just lower their hit points, make them hit hard.
Yep.
Make this fight only last 3 rounds.
Yeah. I like my bad guys to hit hard and die fast, if that that always works for me.
Yeah, I'm learning with Pathfinder that it's kind of what I have to do, because I have 20 people going at every encounter, so
Yeah.
3 rounds is already a 4-hour session.
How many players do you have?
Even normally I play with 6.
Well, another thing about this is another thing like we always talk about. Once you get, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. Like once D&D is level 15, every fight that's going to take more than 3 rounds is going to be a full session, almost, right? Like you're going to be like 2 hours in before you finish that fight.
Yeah, 100%. It's fight session. So at this point, I'm like, I assume that there's going to be a session dedicated to fight, and then there's going to be a session that's like
dedicated
finish off the fight or like
So
or like
I'm
round out what's happening every single time.
I'm trying to start to take the Brendan Mulligan approach, because when at high level it's like you got to have a fight session and then a role play session and then a fight. If they break in, if you actually have a fight. If they have a fight, it's like, because the thing I hate about D&D is if you try to speed up the fight, it cheapens the fight because you end up like taking a bunch of stuff away to speed it up. So then the players just feel extra strong, because a lot of D&D's like strongest. This is the things I like to talk to you about. Like a lot of their strongest baddies and stuff, they don't like, if they're meant for a fight that lasts like 8 or 10 rounds at least. And like, but I don't really like combat that long. I lose interest after that. I think players lose interest after that long. So then that forces you to like bad guys have to dump everything into the first 3 rounds of the fight. They got to go all out. Because I typically like monsters that heat up, but you can't heat up in 5e. I've learned like you've got to like show up and do all your fucking shit round 1 as a bad guy. I feel like, or you're gonna die.
Well, I mean, you just have a mythic action, right? Like you hide what you can do.
Yeah. So.
And then like rounds 1 to 3 are like, yo, you did what you did, and then like the fight changes, and it's a brand new fight for rounds 5 through 6.
Right.
So it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's where I'm trying to lean now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of Brennan Lee Mulligan, I almost sent you something yesterday, but I didn't want to spoil it for you. Did you watch their Kids on Broom set thing with the Bria? Their Hogwarts Christmas, dude. There is a moment. It's only 4 episodes, man.
Okay.
There's a moment with Brennan where Brennan's getting into a wizard's duel. And
you mean when he's a cold motherfucker?
He says the coldest shit, and I almost sent it to you like, "Yo, bro, like this is where that Crown of Candy comes from right here. This Brennan right here, he different." But I was like, I don't know if you've seen it yet, and I need you to experience it first.
Oh, you want me to see it like in the?
I need you to experience the actual thing because you gotta love Mr. You gotta be a fan of Kelp before you feel the Kelp.
Okay, so here's the thing: I'm not a huge Harry. Will I like the? Because I, you know what? I'm not even. I'm not going to ask the question. I'm gonna like it because I'll probably like it because like
it's Erika Ishii, Abria Iyengar, Brennan Mulligan, and then this I don't know the other girl.
Who's the DM?
I've never met her. It's Abria. Abria.
Okay, I could watch it. I could watch Abria.
Yeah, and they're just they're 4 American kids who got pulled over on like an exchange program thing. They're just trying to get these Muggle-borns in.
I'm just finishing Crown of Candy first season, and I want to watch the Ravening War, but yeah, I'm on that last episode, so I'm on like that first episode of the last, like the two-parter.
You see my boy Lou? You see
Lou is
when my boy got the thing happened and my boy raged. I was like, yeah, Lou, let's go, Lou. It was different.
Lou was dope. Yeah, Lou was dope. I haven't gotten to any of the parts where, because Brendan set up where they might betray each other, like the 2 households.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten to that moment, but I hear it gets intense. But I haven't gotten to that moment.
It gets real. Like you could tell that there's a lot of aftercare happening at that table during the season.
Yeah. They really like
I mean, they've stated that Crown of Candy is like their drama series.
Yeah.
Like when they get to the table, they're like, "There's no happy moments here, folks."
Maybe that's why I love that.
But that's the thing. Like people are like, "Oh, it's Candyland." It's like what you don't understand is that Brennan Mulligan saw Candyland and was like,
"How do I traumatize players with this?"
Yeah, they're like, they have kings and queens. Does that mean they have a whole history? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. And like that's no longer Candyland. That is all the trauma of Europe that he decided to turn into food.
He killed the pig. He told him he was gonna kill the pig like episode 1. It was crazy. Like
we'll kill that pig. But now you've seen full Peppermint Batman.
Oh man, yeah. Her character is so freaking strong. He's nuts.
That's a there.
Oh, there. I'm sorry.
Go there on. Sorry,
their character. Yeah.
Because Allie watches our show for sure. Sorry, Allie.
I'm sorry, Allie. No, for sure. Yeah, no. That character is on point.
But what I do love is they were still very new to D&D when they got to that point, and being forced to have an evolution of shit, you destroyed my first character concept. Let me come back and actually make something mechanically dope for once. Like, it's different. It's different, man. Peppermint Batman was real. Like, I would have nightmares of Peppermint Batman if I was in that war against these candy people.
Oh man.
I think they all started.
Proxynos, you did not. Did Proxynos just? Did he? He's not having a sleep fit right now, is he?
Yo,
Proxynos just
or is this Nick needs a timeout?
Timeout, bad guys. I need a nap.
I need a nap, but it also gets me in the zone.
Proxy better wake the fuck up because I'm gonna need some help healing.
All right, I'll be right back.
When multiple people go down in like every turn, I can't help.
I mean, if I go down, you can heal me better, right? That's how it works.
That's how it normally works.
Right
but
now, it looks like people
we can't
turn
risk
to
that shit.
fireworks, so we're not risking people going down at the moment. Hopefully,
yeah, no, like if you at 1 HP, you might as well just be like, this character is dead. And I'm really hoping that Pythias doesn't fucking die.
Like he
After
pretty much has to crit
we
me.
went through.
Yeah, he pretty much has to crit me to hit me. But if he crits me, I die. Period.
No, he won't. So I was gonna use Sentinel at Death's Door, but I'm too far away from Proxy, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
only a 30-foot. That's why, like, between Fitz, if she's not silenced, myself and Taroxy's, like, any crit, it's either gonna be null and void by me, changed by Taroxy's, or miss or not a crit with Fitz.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a million things I can do, but they all take my reaction or my bonus action, so I've got a ton of tools, but not the economy to make it happen.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm looking not that great. I'm only having 47 hit points is not great.
I've yet to even invoke my Storm King trance.
Did you need to do that like yesterday?
Right now?
Oh.
Because I stabbed this dude in his big toe, but they gonna swing at us 19 times before it comes back.
The problem is they're fucking 15 by 15, and I can't hit both of them in one spell.
Who went last? Where do we drop off from?
Telmoon.
Okay.
Telmoon after all the legendary bullshit.
Yeah, the legendary bullshit.
Yeah, Telmoon. You dropped the legendary bullshit after Telmoon.
So
the problem, are you just saying that everybody has legendary actions for the round, or are you actually tracking per person when they reset?
Well, they have 3 each.
They have 3 each that technically reset at each of their turns, but it's kind of easier because they're all attacking at one time to just say they reset at the top of the round.
I have them reset at the top. Yeah, I have them reset at the top of the round.
Like, I fully understand if you're not tracking when they reset for each of these 3 fucking monsters.
Yeah, I usually have them reset top of the round. So, like, then
so they've used 2 this round?
They both used 2, and then so these 2 guys have used 2, and then the first guy used 2 on his 1 attack. So yeah, they've all got like 1 more.
Awesome, cool. Yeah. What could go fucking wrong?
And so yeah.
Why the chance of the natural 20 again?
Real good.
Once Roxas is back, we will jump in.
Oh, I'm here.
He's here. He just
okay.
My spine just hurts, so I'm laying down.
No worries.
We'll be in that position at the end of this.
Yeah. Our ashes.
Yeah.
Let's see. So. All right. Picking up with Sophia, as you kind of hearing this voice like ring out, and all the ships are flying around and asteroids flying by. Thankfully, none of them have come close enough to the ship, and a lot of it due to Perseus's just ingenuity and ability to maneuver the ship and protect it as you fight. It also hasn't taken any damage, which is great. But Sophia, you are up.
Sophia commands her troops to reload the Magnello, because that's all they're gonna fucking do.
So it's gonna be here. Yep. 2 haven't gotten there yet, even though they're just standing there, just so I visually know 2 more need to launch it.
All right, fuck it. The party's in the middle of this damn ship, so Sophia's going to like try to center herself between the 2 giant dick statues.
All right, it's just gonna like run down and be like right here.
Perfect.
All right.
As her action.
Yep.
Hopefully this works. I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay.
Proxinos, Elmoon, Pythias. I don't know who else is just fucking taking damage. Y'all need HP.
If you can reach me, I will take it.
Feroxes, yeah.
Fine.
I need
Um,
up 2-6. Fuck it. I'm not maxing it out. That's fine. Wait, did Baramon take a hit at all?
Bear Clan is.
Bear Clan, yeah, no, Bear Clan has not taken it.
Baramon.
He's-
It burns you
Baramon.
out.
He took so
Bearmon
many
got
hits. He's
tortured,
in the
he took
ground.
Okay, who's the other
Yeah.
guy that starts with a B on this damn ship?
Eternally paying for his sins. is where Baramon is.
Bartholomew?
It's his friend. Yeah.
Bartholomew. Bartholomew's
Yeah.
fine. Not yet.
All right, so
Are
I'm
you
just
talking about Barraclan? Bartholomew?
both of them. I'm just trying to get 6 fucking people in this spell, man.
I'm sure some hoplites are
Right-
pretty
Right now,
injured.
I got
there was a hoplite that got dropped off the side of the ship. I don't know if you could reach that guy, but that got pretty hurt.
24. I mean, you can, yeah, with the, you can touch a, like, because what is it, a 20-foot radius?
30.
30? Oh, it's 30. Yeah, if it's 30, then that's from you, center to you, 5. So it's like, yeah, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 of them. So yeah, just give me the, so they all get how much?
In a second. Oh, that's pretty damn decent. 6, 11, 15, 20 HP. Everyone gets 20 HP back.
Nice.
20.
That's math.
Nice.
That we
So-
can do.
So 20, I'm gonna give 20 to, so there's basically 2 groups. But I'm gonna give them for every miniature you touch because they are like the hit points are by each man. So that's gonna be 60 points back to the first group, which is pretty high because those 3 guys got in there. And
Wait,
then
you
there's,
get 3 of them? Of
he,
those
hit,
guys?
he hit 3 of these guys. There's 3 there right there in that
Oh
corner.
no, he only choose 6 people total.
Oh, okay.
So,
Then that.
yeah.
So then okay. So how many of the
So-
Acheron soldiers did you actually use?
Probably up to 2. That's it.
2. Okay. So then I'll take 20. So take away.
I'm just mainly focused on PCs and
He only heals the acro.
I look at Proxinos and go, "Fuck you, I can do
Hey,
better."
Bartholomew is still alive. So he's like right there. And then
We only need 1 fish on this boat.
the group you just healed will take for the 20 will then take 24 damage from a legendary bolt. Could be slash here, and then
Dick.
1 on that side will take 16. Actually, no,
Uh,
same group. Let's just keep pummeling the same group. Why don't we?
You are not a nice jam right now.
That should remove 1 of them.
I move this bitch.
All right.
She's also going to move her spiritual weapon from where the ballista is, 20 feet closer to the 2 dicks.
Yep, it's gonna catch up eventually.
She's gonna move what?
The
There's a
spiritual weapon
Yep,
by
got
the
it.
ballista,
Yeah.
20 feet closer towards the
Yep.
2
All right.
assholes. Yep.
And then 1 more last one for this turn, but 1 more bolt. Oh wow, that doesn't hit. All right, strikes out. Nothing there. As Sophia is healing and supporting her party, we move to
Proxinus?
Pythias heals himself for 32 life. So he starts to charge up. Then before we go to Proxinos, there is the second Archon,
That's
which is the
flying right now.
which is the one that's flying, which will
Come back here, coward. You heard me.
Wow, it's a fucking party on their hammerhead.
I'm within 10 feet of that, right?
You are. So he bonus actions down into the melee, and will strike at. You shielded last turn, right, or this turn?
I have not shielded yet.
You're
on
not
this
shielded,
turn.
but you could.
But if you hit me, I'm shielding.
You're going to shield.
I'm going to shield. So just assume my AC doesn't come down.
Yep. So
If you get rid of that spell slot.
But does the Archon know that? The one that's been flying around?
the one
That's
that doesn't,
true.
doesn't know that.
He's
So he
been flying
strikes.
around like a little coward.
He strikes, tries to hit Telmoon, doesn't work. He's gonna go down the list. He's gonna then strike.
What was it?
It was a 17.
Oh well, that would have hit me anyway.
30 to hit Pythias, so that'll hit. 13 plus. So 13 plus 13, so 26 radiant.
You keep attacking yourself and forcing yourself to do math, and I know that feeling.
And
Why do I keep hitting myself and making myself do this?
And then this one's for Fitz at a 19.
Ouch.
She'll take 15 slashing and 17 radiant. He's done.
And she looks like she's screaming out in pain, but you hear nothing.
You hear nothing. And
That's
everyone's
just morbid.
So everyone's passed except for Fitz, or well, it's going to end on this turn for Fitz. So yeah. So then that's so Proxinos. And it's morbid. And then after Proxinos, the Akron, and then Fitz. I'm sorry, yeah, that Fitz.
Looking to the Archon or whatever this being is that said that. I am separate from them, from him. And that is not my father.
And it seems to, like, with no longer like hearing that voice, the creature's still kind of like still moving around, swinging, blocking Taroxys, right? All this happened in the moment as you talk back to it, like it's not even listening, or if it even has the capacity.
But this is my family that you're harming. And I can't let that stand. And everyone, you receive 30 hit points.
Nice.
Everyone?
So it would be Fitz, Telmoon, me, Taroxys, Pythias, and that would leave one other person, I believe, because it is a mass. Okay, so it is a mass cure wounds of 8th level,
Nice.
and that would.
I'm only gonna take 14 of it if you want to hit someone else.
So maybe 2 of the Akron soldiers for 30.
Okay. 30.
So let's hit 30.
Keep artillery alive.
Watch.
What's
I
the
said
range?
It's 30 feet, just
30
like
feet.
Sophia.
Okay. So
that.
Get the man to show me up. Fuck off.
30. All right.
Does Pythias still look hurt?
Pythias gets 32. He does, but he's just a bit ruffled. He's not 100%, but he's close. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I say, he's maybe like 15-20%.
Well,
Low, not like 20% from his like 100%.
Well, we want to just remedy that, because never again. As a bonus action,
Okay.
Proxenos gives him 22 points of healing on top of that.
Okay. Now he's looking tip top.
And a 5 temporary hit points on top of that.
Okay.
Never
Nice.
again.
Thank you, my friend. As you guys stand like back to back, kind of camera panning around these giant soldiers looming over you, crackling, smoky, ethereal spirits inside of armor. The last one will. It's the one that you heard talking to you, right? Proxenos will lash out, striking towards you. That's not going to hit for a 12. You like just duck right under it. The second one, it comes back on the backhand of the hilt. That's for a 27. Kind of like the hilt smashes into the side of your head. Doing 15 plus 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then the last blow, still swinging at you for 16, which doesn't hit you. Okay.
Yes, it will miss.
Yep. Fitz is up.
And I can
And
talk
verbal
now, right?
again.
You can talk again.
Oh, I'm bonus action casting unsettling words on the stupid hunk of metal. And I just look at it and I say, oh, you're going to be sorry. And that takes a D12 off of its next saving throw. And I'm going to cast Disintegrate at that motherfucker right now.
All right. Saving throw of Constitution.
It is. I got so excited and I clicked
Which one?
off of
And
it.
which one again? The one here? This one? Which?
It's all Greek to me. The one that hit me is the one I'm aiming for.
Oh, okay.
Whoever
so we'll say
silenced
this one
me.
right here. Oh, the one that silenced you. Who silenced you?
They're all purple and metal.
I actually
Maybe the one in the middle.
Remember, but it was probably one of these two because this one just came down, so it'll probably the one in the middle. Yep.
Okay, let's call it that. And
Okay.
let me just find what this saving
And
throw
I need
is.
to make a saving throw.
It's a dexterity 17, but you are going to take
away the
11
D12.
off of it.
Oh shit. All right, it's gonna get dexterity is not his strong suit.
Bummer.
Good to know.
What would have been a 21 will take away 11, so it'll be it will fail.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute while I add up.
And that's the first one.
13d6.
The handy dandy liquefying beam.
Yes, and I do want to note because this is.
So remember,
this
this one they both look weak. This one looks weak too, but this is the one that came back after Taroxys killed it, right?
I believe these are huge creatures.
Yes.
So it says in the fine print that it automatically disintegrates a large or smaller non-magical object, but huge or larger, just 10-foot cube comes out of it.
A 10-foot cube. So it takes damage then, right?
It'll still take damage. I have to roll.
Okay.
Dice.
Yep.
It just might come back without a shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Or a torso.
Why do I like this game that makes me do math under pressure? Uh, 81 points of damage.
It disintegrates, kind of popping into smoke and disappearing into ash blowing in the wind. And that black wind begins to circle back around and reform just like the one next to Taroxy's. Still hurt and damaged, kind of putting itself back together. So these two still look really kind of on their second life, but both really tattered, while this one probably looks like the strongest on its first life.
Demons. It's the end of my turn.
Good shit. That takes them a level away from where they were. So Fitz is willing her magic, like shit, like die. It doesn't no legendary actions respond here from Fitz's move. Who's after Fitz? I think that's Barraclan.
Barraclan?
Yep. We do anything with him? Otherwise,
he'll swing on the one he's been swinging on. The one beside Taroxy's.
Yep.
So that's gonna be first attack. The 12 plus 9, 21 to hit.
hits.
D4 plus 9. So 12 damage. (15 plus 9 hits).
Yep.
That's gonna be 10 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, when he gets going, that's a miss. 3 plus 9 is 12. Fourth attack is also a miss.
Oh, okay. As you like, Barraclan's like punching this thing, ding ding, like pieces of it are falling off and like turning into ash and floating away, and it's the only, so basically like the armor, like the breastplate like drops away, the helmet kind of starts to crumble. It's like parts of it are crumbling and floating away, but like it starts to just bring in that, the one thing that's still there is that shield and that blade, and it just starts to kind of block on those last two blows, but it's like barely holding on. So great moment there. Top of the round, you see like off the side of the ship, even though it's like your peripheral, people are just rushing onto, you know, they're still like, I don't even know what haste looks like with that many people. It must look awful, but like they just kind of like ants, like shit, shuffling onto the arc. Yeah, onto the arc. As you all are like moving around. Can I have a random roll from Fitz for Kai this turn to see if Kai's still down there cowering?
Yes. Just a D4, same table.
Yep, same table. And I'll interpret accordingly.
Oh my. This one is a 2.
Okay.
Which means she will steal or demand something shiny for her hoard.
Okay, so she's downstairs just like rifling through you guys shit, like panicking and like taking people's stuff.
Grabbing something shiny and like sitting on it.
From like the kitchen or something. So it's like, alright, so she stays there. It just like cut to this dragon like opening the covers and then knocking over barrels. Let's see. Top of the round. The one that one in the middle. Oh, shoot, I did the wrong. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second to make a little self-correction here. And then this one should be... Okay, this thing is barely hanging on. The one rider that's right in front of you will... frustratedly attack Sophia. 15 to hit, 27 to hit,
Yes.
24 to hit. So the second one, I think the second one hit, so 13 slashing plus 12 radiant. And then the Lex plus 12 slashing 9 radiant. And then it will bonus action up onto its beast somewhere in the clouds or in the sky around. Barely hanging on. You can still see it flying there. It can be targeted as it bamps away. Anyone want to give me anyone who hasn't, give me a d6. Oh, actually not a d6 roll this time because I need a d4 roll.
I got it.
All right.
Kills the most people.
It's a 4.
It's a 4.
Is there bonus action them teleporting away?
Is there a bonus action for teleporting away? Was that?
Yeah, them going towards
it
their
is.
mouth.
It is a bonus action. Do you have something that limits my bonus action?
Well, no, I'm just curious if it's like them moving or if it's them like literally teleporting from the space that they're in to the mount.
Yeah,
if it's like them moving.
They literally can use a bonus action to just teleport to their mount. They just appear. So if they were to fall off their mount and like fall, like they could just use a bonus action and just reappear on their mount. That's why they're like kind of connected. It's almost like it's, and so I need to roll. I'll roll it just to. I won't do that to you all.
I'll roll it. How many people can I kill?
Whole fucking city.
Oh yeah.
60. So it's not much, but so a meteor slams into the arc, doing
Oh no.
30 damage to it. Oh, no, wait, what was that? 60 damage to it because siege.
Can we have the people block it?
And killing 500.
Oh, that's
Well, okay.
So you see people like pouring. It's like some of the people that are trying to clamber on. It's not really the people inside the arc, but the people like on the deck, like falling off and spilling off into the void as it's being. Some people being like sucked up into the like blackness and just disappearing. As this is all happening, just a random event.
I like to imagine if they're at the back of the line, they're not that important.
Yeah. All right, that happens, and then now it's the THEROS.
Sweet. I am no longer silenced. Y'all picked the wrong fucking boat as he bonus actions his Giant's Might.
Love it.
And gets large.
Starts to grow, leaning heavily on the imagine the ship kind of groans a bit as he grows large. Take your time.
And then takes a swing at the back of the one dude he thought he already put down. It's a 32 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be, and I'm adding the Giant's Might to this attack. It's going to be a whole 12 bludgeoning.
Okay. How do you finish him the final time? He's not coming back from this.
Finally just swings in the middle, and once again, as the helmet falls, there's like a perfect home run as he smacks the helmet into the void.
And it gets like kind of gets caught up and sucked away, disappears. Like ash and smoke kind of float off. Good shit. You still have, multiple attacks and can move, so turn is still yours, THEROS.
He's going to activate his wings and fly over to directly engage the face of the other one.
All right.
That's a miss. Third one is going to be a 29 to hit.
That's going to hit.
14 bludgeoning.
Takes it.
And 13 fire. And then I'm going to cast my fire rune, so I need a strength saving throw from him.
Ooh.
And he'll take another 2d6 fire regardless.
That's gonna be an 11.
That fails. The DC's 18. He is restrained for a minute as fiery shackles are summoned and hold him there. That's what I got for him.
Nice. So he seems to be struggling. Bronze Bullies seem to be on the upswing here as they take control of the situation. So he is restrained, so he can make a disadvantage attack, right? So he will try to do that. Yeah, it's not going to hit Taroxy's. Swinging down with disadvantage because he hit an 8. So yeah, it's not going to do it. 18 doesn't hit you. And then the two that are up on there will just kind of rain down bolts. And at this point, they're just kind of throwing bolts towards... They're going to just start throwing them towards the ship. They're not siege weapons, but this is just throwing these bolts of ash at the ship itself. Ship is a 15. That's not going to hit from one of them. Oh my! 2 nat 1s in a row. That's insane. So yeah,
There's only one flyer left, right?
What's that? Oh, sorry. Yes, just
flyer.
one. So there was only been one to throw. So that second one wouldn't have counted. Thank you. But so even if I was advantage or something, yeah, both of those were nat 1s. So then we move to Telmu.
Yes.
Advantage for days.
What do I want to do? Can I get a dex save from the flying creature and its rider?
Yes. Is it magic casting a spell, or is it just
Casting a spell?
Okay. Just so I know if because they do get advantage on their saves. Okay. Dex save. So one got a 70, dirty 20, and the other one got a 9. So definitely one.
The dirty 20 passes.
Okay.
So Telmoon goes.
Oh no, there's not two in the air. One is dead. Remember, there's only 2. There's only one here and one in the sky because Taroxy just killed one.
I keep attacking your mount first, and then making it go
after.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. So you're doing. That's why you asking me for 2. It's just one. It's just one.
It's just one.
Yeah.
It's 2 people. I want to kill them out separately.
I know you're trying to kill them out separately, but they're
so
connected.
Did he pass or did he not?
They're spiritually like one unit, one thing.
Did he pass or did he not?
They failed. Oh well, no, he passed. He got a dirty 20. The first roll was a dirty 20. So yeah.
Okay. I kind of probably would have cast. It's fine. Let's go with it's 26 lightning damage.
Okay. So lightning, not thunder, right?
Lightning. Yep.
Okay. So it will take that.
Yep. That's.
Let me see which one. Okay, wait. That is the one. Let's see. First one. Last one is dead. That makes sense. First one is the one that just leapt up. 26. Jeez. That one is dead. For real this time, because it went down before. So.
For real this time.
So you watch it as the lightning slams into it. It and its creature kind of like it gets blown off, and they both kind of spiral. And as they begin to spiral, they begin to like turn into black smoke and just kind of mystify and burn away into ash. That all begins to, those little tendrils spiral back into the void.
And then I will bonus action. I'm gonna run up on this dude and stab him in the foot. Bonus action, booming blade.
All right.
Booming blade. Actually, I should see if that hits first.
With advantage.
Because he's restrained.
Yep.
I needed that advantage. First roll was a 4, but second one is a 16 for a 28. And that does... Okay.
How much damage?
It does 26 plus... sorry, I need to break it up, right? It does...
You don't have to, because unless it's certain... So far, everything that you guys have done, it takes it, yeah.
Thunder too?
Thunder, it's immune to.
Immune to, okay, so... just piercing and radiant, so it will take a 26.
Okay, 26. Got it. So it's looking...
Damage.
It's on the back foot, looking hurt. And now, of course, you are expecting, knowing that if it drops to 0, or when it goes down, it can rematerialize, but in a weaker form. But you have it on the back foot on this attack. Is that it?
Yeah. I just moved up to him so that I would be a target. But yeah, that's it.
So just working this guy. It will. Why not swing at Tel Moon? No, not going to do anything. As we move to.
Well, you gotta tell me if it's over a 21 because I have to use a spell slot if it is.
I got an 18.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know what I miss. I'm like, which this group is like, if I don't even get close to 20, I don't even count. I don't even look at it. I don't even ask. Sophia, then, I think, right?
Yeah, I think everything in between us is dead.
Yep. So you got.
Your spiritual weapon is finally back in range.
Yeah, your spiritual weapon's right here.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if that fucking hits. At the 4th level. Oh, yeah. That's a lot. 28.
28.
The hits?
Yeah.
That will be 15 force. That's my bonus action.
Take it. Yep.
All right. You know what? I'm trying to fucking make this bastard a poof of smoke faster, sooner rather than later. Can this thing make me a Constitution save?
Yes, it can.
And I'm gonna need 3, 6, 9, 12. All of you to roll 3d6 for me.
Jeez.
I'm not rolling 14d6. Fuck that noise.
I can
Yeah,
roll
all of y'all.
14 digitally, if it makes it easier.
So I am kind of going out of order here, but you do see, like, because you know, Pythias is up next, right? So Pythias takes that, like, kind of violet glowing blade, and as you're attacking with your spiritual weapon right now.
Well, the bonus action was a spiritual weapon. I'm
weapon.
casting an 8th level harm.
Got it. And so as you're casting harm, Pythias slams the blade like into the things into the creature's side, and just holds it there. Go ahead, continue on. You having everybody roll, and then it needs to it rolled 23 is what it got. Sorry.
All right, so it takes half of all this.
I think Nick's actually dead.
Oh
no,
shit.
Nick's not dead.
Did Nick fall asleep? What happened? Get myself.
Actually, hold on. I made a.
I'm still here.
I got to reroll one of my
D6.
Wait, I can't.
What's up?
Oh no, it would still. It wouldn't make it's an advantage. I'm sorry. I rolled because he rolls an advantage, and I looked down and I realized I had rolled a D12, but it doesn't matter because the highest number is still a 16 plus the modifier. So I rolled lower on this, so that's still the number that you're still gonna pass. Didn't really.
Nick, do you want one of us to roll yours for you? You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Wait, he's passing this check.
I'm passing the check, but it's taking half.
How about I silvery barbs that and make you reroll?
Fair.
All right. Roll one and take the lowest of the 3.
Does anyone do really well with advantage here?
I mean, everyone.
Yeah,
everyone?
Everyone does better with advantage. But in particular, single action target stuff.
Just wondering if it would help.
Silvery Barbs forces you to take the entire roll over, right?
No, you roll one more time.
Just roll one more time. Okay.
And then it's like it's anti. It's
so you add one. Okay, so then that will cause it to fail.
Oh,
all right.
You have to re-roll and take the lower roll.
Yeah, so it is a re-roll.
So it turns
Yes.
it turns advantage into super disadvantage. It's a pain in the ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
'cause
just
you take the
re-roll? Wouldn't
lowest
you
one.
just re-roll the advantage?
No.
No.
It says roll another dice
Oh,
and take the
Roll
lowest.
another dice. Okay, so then
Yeah.
got it. So yeah, that makes sense. And then you take that result. So whatever that is, is
You
it?
take the
better.
lower roll.
Oh, the lower rolls. Okay, of the first two. Okay, so then that
Oh
would
no,
have been
of the 3 now, right?
of all the three. So then
Yeah.
that would fail.
Sweet. 76 necrotic.
All right, and
Ooh.
so
That was almost perfect, y'all.
that was great. And so in this moment, as it gets hit, what do you imagine Sophia harm looks like in terms of what it would be doing to this thing? What do you see?
Advanced decay of a corpse. Just like whatever this thing is made of.
Yeah.
If it were to have veins of some type, you would see it start to glow this sickly green coursing from its feet up its legs through its torso, out its arms and face, and it gets brighter and brighter.
So what you see more is that the vascular structure of what this being would be if it had a body. You see that like running in light and gets really bright, and then that being destroyed while the gold plated armor just begins to like rust, age rapidly, and just fleck away until the whole thing begins to disintegrate. And as Pythias is holding his blade in the side, where the power is trying to swirl and like reform, it bursts away and does not come back, removing a moment here while there's still crazy stuff happening. There's no longer even the mounts, right? The mounts, the same thing happens to the mount at this moment. So there are no more mounts in the sky. There's still these asteroids kind of booming around. You can hear people crying out. You can see down below you as you're flying above, Delphine and Akron soldiers like working to get people onto the ship. Just in a moment here, we're not in combat. What are you all doing? Is there anything you guys are saying to each other? Is there anything that's happening in this moment as you've had a great success
to
there?
get back on the fucking the Magdalena. We are not done. Man, that ballista.
Taroxys jumps off and begins to fly over because he's like, I'm gonna go moving faster. And so he jumps off and flies over, and he's gonna start like picking people up and throwing them onto the ark.
So they're saving people left and right, and it's just kind of this amazing moment as they kind of fully capitalize on the situation. Can I have a perception check from Taroxys? It's a D. I need a D. It's a high one. It's a 20 that I need you to hit.
I'm not gonna hit it.
Can I inspire him
mathematically.
before he leaves
You can.
the ship? Like, I see he's leaving, and I'm like, you go get him, bud! And throw him some... It's a D12.
Fire
Okay,
your lizard, 'cause that's
it's
still in our
possible.
pants.
It's possible. I've
Our
got a
pots and pans.
13.
Oh yeah.
D12.
50-50.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I hit it. That's a
Okay.
21.
And so you, as you're saving people and picking people up, and you see that one of the people like grabbing some of the people that you're bringing down is Proxino's mom. So Artemisia. So she's safe, right? She's one of the people on the ship that you can report back as they're like bringing them in. What I'll say
There's a
here,
second of eye contact and a nod between the two.
this is that moment where, can someone give me a D4 roll? Because you guys did roll.
Okay.
You did this really quick. You did it with some success. So it's a good roll. It's not a bad roll.
3.
All right. So there's 4, 35. There are 5,000 people on the ship. There are about 2,500 left still climbing the mountain to the ship. Do you want to try to save them, or do you guys? I will say, I gotta make the basically. Remember, you guys have been making those dice rolls like every turn. Bad things happen on every one of those turns. The eye is looming darker and closer. So you basically, from what you can see without above, instead of like, being like meta, is that the more and more of the ground is being ripped up, and the longer you stay, the more you risk losing. The more you risk losing yourselves.
I don't know.
Something.
Did we start with the elderly and the children, or did we make everybody run on their own? And the
I don't think
are in
you
the back?
knew. I don't know if you really know that, because being from your ship level, where you're not really able to see that information.
And someone's gonna assume that the slow and the weak are in the back.
I'll tell you what you do know. Yes, that's what you would assume. You do know though that the Acroans are, and they are a society of warriors, and they try their best, but they would try to protect the weak and the elderly as much as possible. But the weak and the elderly would also know if they're falling behind. It would be, it wouldn't be like a militia, because they would have served their time as soldiers. No one in the city is not a soldier, so they would know, like, it is what it is.
There should be no weak.
There are weak. It's just that, they're not weak in spirit. But
got it.
I imagine the children and stuff are probably
they're all
towards the front.
Scottish. Got it.
So the children were the ones that got hit by the meteor, is what you're saying?
I'm not going into the exact numbers on children. This isn't Strahd.
What
We're
was
not
the
doing
percentage of people that were under the age of 12 that died from that meteor? Now, that's what I need to know.
Can we get a demographic?
Does it look like the danger is imminent?
So basically, what you see here is like
we can push it.
I put most of the people in there, but you got these people that are still kind of like they'd be like maybe like right here. They've been working their way up, but they didn't have the haste, so they're like stuck about right there. So what were you saying? Say that again, Fitz. These things are gone.
I was saying, does it look like danger is like imminent? It's right on top of us, or we could like squeeze out a few more
I'll say
moments.
This, like you could.
Saying the more we squeeze, the higher the risk.
The higher
Agreed.
the risk.
I'm just wondering if we should do like one final push with whatever magical means we have to try to get people on the ship and then bail, or if we should bail now, because I prefer to get as many people as we can.
I'll tell this based on your insight and how you feel and just watching everything around you. You have how many of these did we roll? It's the arc. You get that one happened. So there are three more possibilities.
Are any of those apocalyptic?
And I'd say they're all levels of bad, but one is just really bad.
So we have a 1 in 3 chance.
1 in 3 chance
of screwing ourselves by waiting. I like them odds. Roll it, Nikki.
Taroxane is willing to risk it for Akros,
What's Proxy?
What would Proxino say to his people? Would Proxino be like?
This depends on him, in my opinion.
I agree.
I'm not putting it on you, Proxinos. I just threw that out there.
We are. We're all putting it on you, Proxinos.
Yes. This is his home. Fuck that.
Proxinos looks out to the horizon and sees the rest of the survivors. And sees Troxy's helping out with getting them onto the ship. And leaps off as he turns into a giant bird and
just made his decision. Yeah.
How the shit am I?
Y'all are carrying 4 more motherfuckers. Why are y'all doing this?
Everyone counts.
So you're saying you're hopping off, grabbing 4 people, and then we're leaving right this turn? Or are we waiting one more round?
We're waiting one more round.
That's at least one more. That means there's another round.
That's on you. Yeah.
Here's what I'll ask.
So we can only get one roll of badness.
All right,
There's
here's what I'll ask.
We fuck it up.
Taraxis is trying to save people. Proxinos is trying to save people. Both of you give me.
I would too, but the fucker jumped off.
Both give me.
I can't do shit.
I know you guys are really powerful with certain things, so I just want a survival check. This is just survival things happening. Give me.
Oh my god. Okay. That's my
just
bread
the people
and butter.
who jumped off.
Just the people who jumped off right now.
Does the advantage give? Does the advantage work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You still have it. You haven't used it.
Can Sophia launch herself with the Magnello over there? Like just
be risky.
How
I would
far
fucking die.
Is the hammerhead from them?
That is.
I mean, the way I have it here, you guys are like looming within like 200-300 feet from, so you can see everything kind of happening. Yeah, like you're very close. What do we get?
Definitely not 60 feet close.
Not 60 feet close. You could ride with Taraxis over and be 60 feet close if you want to, but Taraxi's already gone, so it would have to be like jumping on the Proxinos if you were to go with Proxinos. So
but then that's one more body he
that's
has to
one
carry.
more. Yeah. So survivals, what do we get?
27.
That's a success. And then Taraxis?
10.
Okay. So that one success is going to get you. You're going to roll a D3, but at advantage. So you're going to and I'll say the lowest, because the lowest result is the bad result. So 1 is the worst thing you can get. So you're going to roll a D3 and you're going to take the higher one.
Roll them, Nick.
Yep.
Roll them bones.
D6.
2 D12s, Nick. Do it.
To D6 and then just, base D6 cut in half.
All right.
I got a 1 and a 3.
1. Oh well, actually, only one. So that's the roll then, because I only wanted one roll.
Oh, okay. I just said
so you took the 3 then. So the 1 and 1 and the 3.
Oh.
So
whichever one's better.
Let's see. The
sounded like the 3 was the best one.
3 is the best one out of this.
What does it mean though? That's the best.
I know.
One out of a group
Give me
of
a
bad
second. Give me a
things.
second. I'm trying.
Don't get too excited right now, because he about to be like.
What happened to my?
What more? Inky tentacles fucking come out
we can
and we keep
lose like
fighting.
a different ship. Like, we could lose a different ship. We could lose Piaxathor right now.
Hey, if
cares?
we lose Melitons, that's whatever. We're here for the Acroans.
Piaxathor, you guys care about. Telmoon's the one who doesn't like Piaxathor.
I don't know that fucker.
I care about Piaxathor. I just want everyone to have a good time.
The hammerhead gets sideswiped, boom, by a huge asteroid that slams into the ship, taking another 30 damage. And the ship and part of the ship where it's hit is on fire.
For the hammerhead?
Yes, on the hammerhead. That
take
puts
care of
the
it.
ship at. And
can those of us who stayed behind do damage control?
and that kills
on the
another
ship?
Acroan. Yeah, those. So now you guys can react to that. So now they're saved. So that also, what it also does is it saves another one group of people. So it's another 500. But you can decide to stay another round
Do it.
or
Roll the
vacate now.
dice.
Now you're at a 1 and now you're at a 50-50 chance here.
50-50.
That's scary.
What? Just
You
have a
won't?
good time.
You won't?
Ah!
You won't, Nick?
This is really up to Nick. Like, it's his world. This is his
So like
city.
at this point, Taraxi's in without making any checks. You guys you've saved those people that you just did. You can go back to the ship. You've saving some women, children, kids, weakened, getting them in.
You see your favorite landscaper in the back, Nick?
I'm just gonna start healing some of the Acroians on our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the ship with like a ray of frost or some shit to like make it not on fire.
Yeah. That was
Make
my
not
move.
on fire is better.
I'm gonna say Taroxys can't make the decision because he's not even paying attention to the friggin' Eye of Terror. He's moving so fast, head down. He is moving and grooving, so it's not on him to fly away.
At this point, just imagine the eye is like tearing away this mountain, right? Like it's picking
Oh my
it
god!
That's what's happening. There's like shrapnel.
That's what to ignore, guys.
We need to leave.
2,000 people. That's all good.
What I would love to do is, as I think we should leave. And I want to cast calm emotions on the people we leave behind.
I'll allow that for where you're at.
I know I'm not in range, but I want them to not be freaked out when they leave us.
Cast math euthanization? Is that
Attack on Titan?
It's the most humane thing I can think of. If we're gonna leave them behind, let's not leave them in a panic.
I mean, technically,
or I can cast Otto's irresistible dance. It's up to you.
We could go ahead and fireball them, and this will be over real quick.
It's just like, hey,
it's like, look at the flowers. It's okay.
You should die happy. You should die happy, sucked into the void.
Persis could toss that fireball down there anytime, and that'll be quicker than getting sucked in the eye.
So,
but it would be scary.
I mean, fuck it, fine. I can blind them. So they definitely don't see shit coming.
I'm just here to calm them down and be like, I'm so sorry. The Titanic sunk.
As
you
Fitz,
just didn't make it.
You cast calm emotions on the crowd that's still there. Proxnos goes by for one more sweep.
So
we'll
we're
see
staying
you in the next life. You are brave and valiant and did your duty.
Are you trying this? Are you Proxinos is staying? Well, here's the thing. Just because Proxinos staying doesn't force everybody to stay.
Hey, DM, we vote leave his dumbass. Is that an option? Can we leave his dumbass? Because he keeps jumping off the ship when he.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna can I get a? Okay, I need a check. These are morale. This is a morale check.
Yes.
2D. You're gonna roll 2d6. Do it like Warhammer style. 2d6. 8, 7 or under would be a fail. Fitz, can you give me one for one of the ships? Jason, can you give me one for Piaxathor's ship? And Sophia, I'm just looking at whoever's the on. And Sophia, can you give me one? So you're rolling 2d6. This is to see if the other ships, like, if they're like about this life, right? Like you guys, they see you all trying to like stay around.
Piaxathor's dead. That's a 9.
He's staying? Okay, so yeah, he's holding ground.
That's fucking Nick, you did this. You did this. We would have all left.
Damn it.
5?
7.
Okay, so we saved some random. That's good. We want to roll low so that they survive and leave.
I thought it was like
us.
7 or 7 or lower. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 7. Actually, 7 or lower, it would be their resolve. They would. Is it?
So we're killing them with 7 or lower.
No, with a morale check in Warhammer, it's
the other way around.
It's lower. It's yeah. So Piaxathor would be this will be staying. Piaxathor would be like, I'm trying to get out of here.
Let's go.
This guy would be staying. What'd you get, Fitz?
I got a 5.
5 staying. And then I need another roll to Taroxys, and this is a morale of 5, so 5 or lower would be a pass.
New campaign, guys. New campaign 7. In like 6 years.
7. So the arc, it still moves slow, so it will technically still be here a turn, but it's starting to lift, like it's starting to move away from this and break the connection. So people who are running, they're like diving over as the
it's Titanic.
That boarding
gangplank
is starting to retract in. The ships who are staying with the now Hammerhead, like, so here's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Does the Hammerhead stick around for this round?
Fuck no, they can hop on the arc. That's their dumbass choice.
So you leave it. That means let Proxinos deal with this.
They can hop on the arc. They out here tripping.
Oh, this is fucking damn.
Well, because it sounds like Proxinos, you're going for the 50-50 roll.
Jeez, what if you lose everybody? A bird in the hand.
Well, no, I've already
bush.
said the Ark is trying to get the fuck out of
Did
Josh.
Taroxys come
So
back to the
Proxenos is
or
going
still
for
down
one
there?
more
Where's
dive
Taroxys?
for just a few people.
Proxy-
Pretty much as the
flying
Ark is
right
going away,
alongside
Proxenos trying to save somebody and get them to the Ark, like with the wind whipping up, getting violently strong. Like,
Hold
this
the
is,
fuck on.
tornado
Yes.
strong. I mean, you're
Be
a
that
bird,
hero.
Proxenos, but you're talking about like world-ending velocity winds and shrapnel.
Let him get
You
his
know what I'm
Green
saying?
Lantern on.
It's hard to even
Giants
see
might,
what's
baby.
happening here.
Your
Yeah.
mom is watching you die from this ship, just so you know. You have to put her through losing her only son left.
She probably don't even know he's the giant bird outside right now. Like,
She knows who's the giant bird.
I
She
know.
knows nobody in this city is going to be a giant bird besides Hedgeland.
Listen, just because Pythias came back, don't mean your ass is.
I know. To make it worth your while, I will say, if you do it as a big sacrifice like that, it could help get more people, at least one more of these onto the ship.
Gonna save
one more
500
Worth your
people.
while? Your soul will be
Taroxys
stuck
is
here
help
forever
actioning.
with your brother. It's fine. You guys can be together at least. Stuck
But
But
together.
you
Troxy's
could
to
grab
help
his
action,
eyes.
you'd have to
No,
stay there. Troxys, are you going back? You need to go. Are you going back to the Hammerhead?
I'm right next to Proxenos.
Oh, so you're staying. You're like
Yeah.
staying. Okay, so
And
you guys
you're
I'm
killing
help
Taroxys.
actioning. I'm out here giving Proxenos the help action.
Hi, man.
We're
It'll be
probably
interesting.
not close enough for me to give either of them inspiration.
Don't even give them that bullshit. Make them
No.
only a true 50-50.
Proxy's out here like to catch Proxenos if he sees him flying in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He made his bed. Make him sleep in it.
All right, so if Taroxys is providing the survival, then it's just one more. Actually, I'll give you the higher. It's a. I'll give you the acrobatics check or a dex check as your creature, if that's better than your survival.
It is not.
Oh, if it's not, okay, then it's a survival's probably in the hammer. So Persis is like, we have to go, right? Like, begins to push you, begin to start to feel the force of the hammerhead pick up speed, starting to like prepare to travel to that twilight, starting to pull everything away, starting to like everything behind you begins to stretch. You can tell that the arc is kind of doing the same thing.
Lee, how fucking far are we right now?
How far are you from
Yeah.
from their ship?
I need an actual number.
I think the 5-foot spaces in the last game were 250 feet, right? So they're like, so I told Fitz you're about 200 feet away. So 200 is still about 200 feet. Like, you can't any closer. You'd be like close to hitting the ship, right? You'd be whether you're above, whether you what is it you're trying to do?
7 to 8 is 6. So that's 240 plus 90 is 330.
I'll give you that if that. Yeah. What do you?
What
is that?
You want me to be real honest right now?
Yeah.
I'm bringing Taroxys back to the fucking ship.
As you probably should. So Troxy's like fighting with
I can't do it. I mean, it's a 7th level spell for me to do so I can't cast 2 this round. And Telmoon would choose Taroxys.
There are no rounds. We're in that minute world, right? We're in like
If we're in the minute world, I could bring both back, but for Proxenos is going to jump off the ship again.
The point is
Well,
it's more about decision. It's less about 6-second rounds and more about if Proxenos is making that decision, he's going to have to at least suffer he's going to have to roll the last calamity dice, right? Like,
well, I guess technically Taroxys you could fight it if you want to, but Telmoon would try to bring you back.
Hold it for the moment of truth. I want to see what Proxenos does. I gotta save Proxy.
I haven't rolled yet. I've been waiting. All right.
Let's not end on a bad note. Come on.
I know it's so good. You guys are like.
I
Like,
swear,
just fly away, just-
Nick, if you just killed your fucking character.
What'd you get?
I gave a help action, so is that?
What'd you
like
roll?
a-
Wait, you made a survival check, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Troxys gave me the help action.
Okay. What'd you get?
That's a 15.
Okay. 15 is what I was looking for. That hits. That means you save another person's life. You save another group. You like help them before they're like. I mean, do you want to describe what it looks like what you're doing here? But what this is still going to do, it's still just going to give you advantage on a D2, right? Roll.
Yes.
Okay. The rest of you are escaping. So the Bronze Bully, the Hammerhead is not at risk. The Ark is not even at risk. The other two ships are, and Proxenos is at risk. And if Taraxis is at risk, unless Telmoon is pulling him back. This is like watching your friends like stand in front of a tornado and be like, "We're fine." Don't.
If Taraxis fights it, Taraxis fights it, but I'm pulling him back.
Yeah. So do you fight it, Taraxis?
Listen, y'all don't have to go TikTok. Y'all don't have to go TikTok viral, right?
Yeah, nobody has to die tonight. But hey, listen, I don't create these.
It's not hard for Taraxis. It's a DC 20, but it's a con save.
A con save? Fuck.
So I made a decision by rolling a d20 to see what Proxenos would do. I rolled natural 1.
Yeah, so Taraxis stays because Taraxis fucking fought it.
Okay.
You want a D2?
And Pythias is on the ship, like, kind of holding the mask. No, don't do it. He says, he's like kind of mumbling to himself. I think like Fitz is probably the closest person standing next to Pythias, and I think Fitz, you hear him say, just like Kainios and Tiro, are those the names? He mentions those names. He's like Kainios and Tiro. And so you will take so you will roll the D2 at advantage.
If you roll a 1 and a 2, then we get the best option.
We get the best option.
So I rolled it twice.
Yep.
The first roll I got was a 3.
Okay.
That's 2. Or on a
and
D4 or did a D6?
Was a 4 on the D4 for a D2.
1, 3, 2, 4.
Yes.
So you got 3 would be 2, and then 4. So you got a 3 and a 4. Okay.
Yes.
Jeez, man, you guys gambled. You guys did the casino tonight. Like it's just like a roulette tonight.
Man,
I worked at one. It's not fucking fun.
Saving lives.
I'm sending Taraxis back. I'm sending fucking Proxenos back. Fuck this dude. Keeping us here.
And,
stay with the people.
And
Cool.
So amazing. At this moment, yeah, just describe for me one more time because I want to feed off of you, Proxenos, what you and Taraxis doing, what it looks like those last few people that you're saving, and then you can kind of like add that you are not only able to save them and push through, but to find a way like push through the winds, dodge the shrapnel and the debris, and actually make it onto the Ark as it pulls away.
The giant eagle that's carrying the few passengers, you see the eagle kind of coming in and out as he's teleporting through the winds and getting closer to the Ark as he's shifting in and out of that space.
For Taraxis,
Nice.
it's a lot less flashy. He activates his giant's might and just cannonballs directly, like smashing through shrapnel, having it bounce off as he's like dive bombing to like bear hug literally as many bodies into his arms as he can, and then arcs backwards to again dive bomb onto the deck, like hard
Nice.
landing on his back.
Yeah, like
Skids across the deck with like 5 or 6 people in his giant arms.
you make it. You let the people off. You and Proxinos take 70 points of bludgeoning damage. The ship takes 200, but it's a big ship, so like the arc is getting pelted, but is still okay and makes it out. And all of you begin to kind of push away. The ship's kind of blasting off, boo, 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 and away from, and like to the point where like you kind of travel twilight, and then moments later, almost like warp speed as you come out of it, one at a time. And you're looking back, you can see the black hole has consumed that entire system. It's just that swirl that you see in the sky. Like imagine almost like looking at this, but from much farther away, right? You can the black hole is like a dot, and you just see that swirling light around it, or the nebula around it. Akron is gone. And there's like just debris and rocks floating around you in space, right? And as you all look around, Troxys and Proxinos completely on a different ship, but kind of you feel the hands of the Acroians kind of like holding you and like carrying you. Many of those strong Acroians bringing Troxys into the ship. You all look out into space from the Hammerhead. You see the Ark. One ship, Piaxathor's ship is not there. And it's like because of the way you blasted away, you didn't like see it go into the darkness, but it's just not there. It's not floating. It's not in formation with the rest of the ships.
Can I cast Sending and try to reach Piaxathor?
Yeah. What do you?
Piaxathor, hello, are you there? This fits with the Bronze Bullies. Hi, where are you?
And nothing comes back, but you get like a reverb, like a force, like a really strong kickback, like the message did not, like it bounced off of something, like it didn't even like it didn't make it.
Didn't even reach him.
Yeah.
I can't even reach him. I don't know where they went. Did anybody see?
I believe.
Sophia will try and scry on Piaxathor's ship.
Ooh, okay.
Does a ship get a saving throw?
Shut your damn mouth.
I
can do locations.
You're probably trying to scry on Piaxathor, right? And then, wherever that would be. See, part of the creature you choose, the plane of Here's what I'll tell you get. It doesn't work, but you automatically, because you know how your scrying works, Sophia, you can immediately, basically, because what it says here is you can choose to target a creature on the same plane of existence. He's not on the plane. It's not on your plane of existence. So you know that. Even if he is alive, he's not here. As you all come down, Pythias is thankful to be here with you all. Just kind of collecting himself. I don't know if anyone's asking him any questions or if they're kind of still reeling from the whole thing. I'll just kind of give you all a moment to kind of decompress and roleplay. But you have Piaxathor you can contact. Of course, you have Delphine. Trox, you guys can communicate between ships, or Fitz can send messages, so I imagine you all can still talk to each other.
Technically, Nick can short rest and bring them back.
Short rest and bring who back?
Him and Troxy.
Oh, right, yeah, you could do that as well. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
bad's happening in the process.
Okay.
Sophia's going to go to Pythias and not
An
in a
hour does go
negative
by,
way.
and so I mean, you guys can transport back. Continue, Sophia.
She's going to give Pythias the 3rd degree of questioning because she is wondering how the fuck he came back and not undead, but not alive either.
And without trying to like lore dump, I mean, Pythias is like kind of we like see like a montage of Pythias explaining everything that happened to him, and it talks about like dying, being being in the war with like with Proxenos' like human father, and about the others that have fallen, and about he kind of goes through telling the stories about they helped win the war and stop Phoenix from taking the underworld, and then Erebos showed up and like created this fissure and like dropped them all into the lowest levels of all those who were just, who were heroes, all those who had anything to do with Heliot, or even anyone close, which even though Pythias didn't have anything to do with Heliot, but like anyone who was considered like closely aligned, and then anything closely aligned to Alicia, which Heliot had created, and then he severed Alicia from the underworld and sent it off into the Nyx. He goes on to tell you about how when the god beyond the Nyx awoke, it opened a rift, and that one of the first, it was the closest world was the underworld that was close to it. And he tries not to bore you with all the particulars. The other things he goes over time, he will tell you about his journey through the underworld, but he will tell you that it was Krufix who kept him and the others safe, and it was Krufix who made a way out. And he describes that the silencing itself of the gods is what allowed that portal kind of to be formed, for him to be sitting in front of you today. And he says there's much to discuss about the mask. He said they wanted the mask because what's transcribed inside of it. He shows you the inside. You see all this strange, like hieroglyphical writing. None of it makes sense to any of you, but with his time with the mask, Pythias has been able to understand what it reads, and he knows that the god beyond the Nyx, Depoda, the Doomstar, fears this information because with you all having this information, you can fast track its demise. And he tells you just straightforward, if you don't already know, the god on the other side is Phoenix. And he goes, I know it's a long story, but it's crazy, but I'll explain. That's Sophia asking, is there anybody else doing anything else, or?
As soon as they got back, Taroxys wrapped Proxenos in just this crushing hug.
Nice.
Good to be one piece. Thanks for the assist.
You fly so good for someone without wings.
It's kind of been my specialty lately. Are the rest of you okay? That was a rough exit.
I don't think Piaxathor's ship made it out.
You weren't able to reach him?
I tried really hard, and usually I could tell that like people can hear me, but for some reason it didn't go through.
Staring out the side, seeing the massive swirling hole. I'd have not jumped out in time.
Yeah, it was really risky to stay behind.
Yes.
It could have been you that we couldn't reach. That was brave, but it was really dumb. It was brave, but it was really dumb, okay? Don't do that again.
It's what heroes do, right?
But heroes are supposed to come back, too.
Lady Fitz, they don't always come back.
They should. They were so strong. There's no reason they shouldn't have come back. We asked them to come, and if we hadn't have asked them, they would be okay right now.
You are correct with this statement. But you never really have to ask a friend to help you. And who knows, maybe he isn't gone. I could not see him, and you could not talk to him, but it doesn't mean he is gone forever. You did
Even
just
if he is gone,
get reacquainted with your long-lost friend here.
There's a lot of catching up that needs to be done.
Yes.
Feroxes also throws a big bull hug around Telman and whispers to him, "I felt your tug. You'll have to do better next time."
Have you, man? But I'll save you next time.
We'll see.
Pythias walks over to Parsenos and looks and says, I haven't had a good meal in a long time. You still cook pretty good?
Yes. We still
I know it doesn't look like it, but I can still eat.
We've got some... it's a long story, but remember the dragon egg, Kai?
Yeah.
And well, she hatched.
Oh, we have a dragon. I figured that was going to happen.
She's great, okay? She's so smart.
Is she?
Yeah.
So we have daughter of Thraxes on our ship.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
I'm okay with that. You can tell he's like trying to assure himself that I'm okay with that.
We are not convinced it will be fine, but we will put out the fire.
She's potty trained. She's so smart. She'll stay. We tell her to stay. And I taught her this really cool thing where if you go, light them up, she just sets people on fire.
We resort to that in dire circumstances.
She comes out like she climbs across the ship, snatches Pythias's blade out of his scabbard, and the whatever's on it, that violet glow, it's like shocks her mouth, spits it, like pushes it away, and then goes and like tucks behind Fitz, curls her tail around and sits there and
you probably shouldn't take things that aren't yours. Sometimes that happens. Oh, give her little scratches. That was scary. I'm so glad you're okay.
But yes, we got a haul of some space fish. It's quite interesting. We still have good portions. Let me go pick some up.
The things that I've eaten in the underworld, I'm ready to. Space fish are the least of my concerns. I'm sure you'll season it very well. Pythias also tells you that we've got some time. It's weird traveling. It was like I was traveling through this vortex or this wormhole, and I absorbed so much knowledge. It was like not just through the mask. It was like I was ciphering knowledge from Krufix and Phoenix and this other god. I have so much to share, but at the same time, I can tell you this: the world is not ending tomorrow. The silencing has bought us some time. We just need to decide how we want to spend it. What is it that we want to do? But I can tell you, I do know at least 3 possible things that will hurt this god, or that will give us the upper hand. And I also think I know where Thraxes is going. I don't know if we're prepared to, or if you all are prepared to go after Thraxes. But... all right. Well, where should we? Are we off to anywhere for the time being? Are we back to? Because he doesn't know if we're going to Melis. He doesn't know. So what's the course?
We're gonna go get Thraxes, right? Let's go.
The Ark is taking
the people back. Yeah.
Ruins.
So it's basically what I'm asking. Are you guys traveling back? Are you guys kind of like hitting that? Like, are you diverging into space and going somewhere else?
No,
you don't.
No, we should take the shortest path to whatever's helpful.
What are the other options he has in mind for us?
Yeah.
Get the Gundam.
Oh, that's so far out.
Yes. The mighty servants. You seem to know about these. I imagine Fitz didn't call it a Gundam, but said something about a suit. He goes, yes,
wasn't there that super cool super suit, like way out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, there are plenty of artifacts that are built with the crystals of the Archons. One of the things that, if you go, it's highly volatile. Like, unless you're an Archon traveling through, there are only a few people who have even survived. And I'll tell you later, but the 2 figures who I even learned about their journey from the mask, they survived, but they were wearing rings. Those rings were built from the crystals of the Archons. Artifacts that have those crystals, those mighty servants don't get me wrong, this ship could probably make it through the portal, but not everyone necessarily on it. It would take a lot of damage. But those suits, from what I understand, are a perfect passageway to the god's world. Or those suits could also be used to fight Thraxes. It just depends on your approach. There's also I don't know, there's a couple other things we could do. It kind of requires me telling you more about what's on the other side. I don't know if you're interested in knowing right now. It's heavy shit.
It sounds like it's
Try me.
heavy.
Just know this: the Eye of Doom. It's not a deity in itself. It's a portal. It's a portal to a place that is the Doom space, and there on the other side is a petrified body of a god. That god calls itself, at one time called itself Depota. And so I'm looking for actually what I really want to share with you before we end here is this being, it is slowly gaining power from the other side. If you have the right power and the weaponry, you could preemptively strike while it's weak. But you need to be able to make the journey through the actual black hole, which I don't think we are prepared to do. The other option is Thraxes is working for it. It wants Thraxes to find and destroy the Titans. A piece of the underworld is still out there. The prison that houses those Titans. Thraxes seems to think that he's releasing Titans that are dragons that will work with him, but that's kind of not what is happening. Yeah, we could set our trajectory to find this place, or find the servants and head into the Eye. Find the servants, use the servants to fight Thraxes, or use the servants to just go directly to the other side. This I don't know. I leave to you all. There's so much that I don't know on this side that you've all been through.
Let's catch each other up over a nice hot meal.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Sounds good.
How does that sound, everyone?
Yeah.
I could use a rest.
Good.
Roxanos goes to the kitchen, getting out big slice of weird astral fish, cutting it up and seasoning it, and preparing this nice bowls of this fish stew that's just has this homey, warm feel to it.
Oh, Pythias is gonna love that.
Yeah.
Roxy's pulls Toman aside and kind of whispers, "Do you think these suits, these servants, could get us back to Perforce?"
Meaning to talk to you. Seems like Sophia might have a way. I don't know if she's lying or not, but either way, it seems like he might be out there.
Then we will find him.
And as you are talking, almost as if hearing, Pythias turns and touches Telmoon's shoulder, reaches up to touch Taraxis and goes, "We also can talk about that. Gods die in 2 stages. Their bodies, I've learned, are petrified, which are akin to a state of like a stasis, but their spark remains. There is a ritual deep within the underworld that can restore a dead god's spark, but it comes at a high cost. A sacrifice is needed to complete this ritual. Perforos, Heliod, their petrified bodies are out here. If Perforos, we want to bring him back, it is an option."
Fantastic, he hugs Pythias. "We can snuff out Heliod at the same time we bring back God."
Yes. And so, as there's so much to take in, but they are safe. I think the Bronze Bullies have come a long way. They deserve a moment of recourse and relaxation and R&R. I don't know if they plan to even, go back to Melitus or to seek back out a place to rest, a planet to rest for a while. They can, or this is also a moment where they can explore the galaxy and just while they're deciding what they want to do, because I think Pythias has laid out that the Eye of Doom its demise of the galaxy is very slow, which allows them some time to build up and get strong and get ready for it. So they're kind of ahead of the game plan, but at the same time they don't want to lollygag. They're not like they have to do something right now. It's like how they feel from what Pythias is telling them in these like grand stories. Yeah, and at that we kind of see that the ship is kind of slowly drifting off course from the Ark, and the other ships, and then like setting its own course as the stars go flying by, as they disappear to like a little blink, of a star in the distance, and appear on the other side, floating with nothing around them but open astral space. And we will end tonight's session, I think there. Yeah, so good stuff.
Beautiful.
Good session. Good job saving, man. That was, the dice got crazy there. And then the only thing I'll add to it is that somewhere in space, like if the camera was to pan off and push in like on a random like starry area, there's a little small ship. That ship is probably like a quarter the size of maybe a tenth the size of the Hammerhead. But it's kind of like floating, and as it kind of like comes out of its twilight, drops in space. It's a very dark burgundy ship, but it begins to uncoil, and it has scorpion legs and a scorpion tail, and it just like floats through space with Erebos's symbols on it. And we'll leave that there. Good game.
I cannot wait to fuck them up.
Pythias even tell us about some other things that might.
There's so many. Yeah, it was like no time for lore dump. Like I could or I would have to have a conversation with you all. There's so much shit he knows about. It's like not even funny. So I was like, I don't even know the direction I want this conversation to go yet.
Yeah.
Because I think you all would have just been like, huh? And then I'd have to do it all over next game anyway.
Oh, 100%.
So,
yeah. I don't blame you.
Because there's stuff from Nick's game, there's stuff from my stuff, and it's all been. So I think it'll kind of come out of him as we have a time to role play next game.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's why I was kind of torn there. I was like, there's so much
hands on a
shit
dragon.
to
Let's
tackle.
go.
I can't believe we murdered Piaxathor. I'm really
We
torn up.
didn't.
No, there's no we. Nick murdered Piaxathor.
I feel really bad.
Or he's just chilling on the other side in that ship.
You're right.
I don't know
Nick
if anyone in
Piaxathor through
Theros is just chilling.
Doom space.
I don't think we do that.
with
I
the
mean,
Archon
Melodus
army.
is pretty chill right now.
We
Unless
have
you're
no
part of
chill.
the 12.
Yeah.
That's the only people that gotta be worried. If you're part of the 12, then you're fucked. If you're not, have fun.
My decision, I left up to the dice, and the dice gave me a natural one. I'm like,
Insane.
This is where we're going.
I mean, I respect it, but I hate it all at the same time.
And Proxys just
yeah.
couldn't let Proxos go it alone.
Fuck.
We all have that. All our characters have that moment where it's like, I'm gonna have to push the boundaries here.
That's because Taroxys was here watching it, but Josh wasn't here watching this dumbass jump off his boat to go punch a dragon. So we over with Proxynos jumping on boats. Proxynos jumps on boats. That's all Proxynos.
I think the lore dump from last time fits that you were talking about. So there was the poem, and that read
Yes.
Agnomikos. So if you know Agnomikos, I say that name from time to time. That was the original Archon king. Like that was the guy who came and enslaved the Leonins and took over all of Theros for a time, for like an entire age. And I think, remember, you guys go back to your battle. Tyrannica talked about like that age where there was the age of heroes, because the heroes rose to kind of go against that. And so it was like Agnomikos sees true. We are beings. So this is being written because this was on the ship. So it's being written from the standpoint of being an Archon. We are beings of light, a chosen few, left our lands to be near the divine, on the astral plane where our eternity will shine. We don't age, nor need to eat or drink. Our power immense, our will unshrink. Our ancestors died, but we kept the flame. Our gods may have faded, but will bear their name. Our citadels stand where a petrified god fell. He's not dead, and Agnomikos he did tell of a new world and a path we must tread. Will fulfill his desire and leave nothing unsaid. Our desire is to slay the Titans and take their might. The petrified god will bless us with his light, expanding our paradise amongst the stars. will reign supreme and leave behind our scars. And that was written from the original Archons who came to Theros on that arc. So, think with that.
Okay. Well, shit.
Well, we've proven we can fuck up Archons, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
these
it.
wispy ones, they were only sort of scary.
And then we find out that they're the grunts.
Yeah. So, and then you also know there are 3 ships that came through, so there are some Archons in the system right now, in your system. Yeah, but I think we'll dive a little bit deeper and figure some stuff out next game and see what you guys want to do. So, yeah, probably be more roleplay next session, and
Definitely.
and then if in between then, if you know the course that you're charting, let me know. Like if there's a plan, even if you just like going like if there's a planet you're going towards, if you're trying to maybe go to the Vale, or if you're just literally exploring, let me know so I kind of know where you guys are at.
I mean,
We got a lot of unnamed shit out there.
There's a lot, right? So it's like, yeah.
Now that we don't have the ticking time bomb of a city being pulled into
Yeah.
a black hole, I feel like we could be a little more loosey-goosey.
yeah, but I mean, like, the
Not
Murder
wildly.
King has a huge head start on us
Yes.
for those suits.
Oh, he
So,
has it
I'm
already. I
leaning
don't know what
toward-
you're talking
Maybe
about.
I'm
take some
leaning towards the
downtime
suits,
on the
too.
ship as we go that way.
You
Sure.
also assume that's what he's going after, you know. So
The Murder
That's-
King gets those ships.
Well, that's
Not
what
those
fucking
suits.
Time Drinker told us.
Time
I don't-
drinker.
he
Oh,
says
is
that.
Time Drinker alive after the city got sucked
Oh
into
yeah, we
the
didn't see
black
him,
hole,
so we
and
don't
he
know.
didn't
I hope
come
not.
help us?
I
Well, I
hope
will
not.
tell you this.
hope he
I
got sucked
remember
in.
Time Drinker told you he was leaving the planet. But then no, you
Yeah,
guys
he did
asked him
kind
to
of-
stay and help people. You did.
Yeah,
You
we
told
asked
him to
not
stay
be a
close
coward.
by, and so
Yeah,
not
we-
to be a coward. But
He
We
did
kind of like
not
bullied,
help
peer
at
pressured
all.
him.
being a dragon,
Yeah.
being a coward, whatever that means, there's a lot of ways he can help with not sticking around. And yeah, I think he's.
He upped and he was gone. He was
It's
not
just
here.
talk to him. Do sending to the dragon.
I
Deuces.
can't.
Even if he's not, if he doesn't go after the suits, then that's cool. Hopefully we don't run into him. But if he does,
What
that's a
the-
problem.
I
And
will
we
leave
know
a
that he
note
went in that
On
direction.
Legend Keeper, there's only like 2 or 3 things.
We know
2
nothing
things
else
we
that's
know
in that
of over
direction.
there.
So for us, we think he's going after the suits.
Yeah.
I'm
makes
leaning,
sense.
I'm leaning towards grabbing some tangible objects of power that we can put on the ship and and go to our next thing with those on board.
That
Yeah.
and then just lay hands on Thraxes right now.
Oh, I want to lay hands on Thraxes, but I'd love as many things as we can throw at him before we start throwing.
Giant,
Nah, bro.
giant
Just these
mecha,
fists. Let's go.
giant mecha
Let's
suits.
power up.
You won't. You won't.
Yeah, I want to
Alright,
play
then.
Pacific Rim with Thraxes.
Yeah. Now, see, what I
Yeah.
want is to make Thraxes fight us when we're not on our ship, which would be nice. And hopefully in a place where he can't just fly openly in the sky whenever he wants to.
Well, that's going to be hard to do.
Well, I mean,
I'll
if
tell
he's
you-
planning to go into a prison, we might be able to set a trap
So,
inside
I'll-
the prison.
And I think this is something that
Near
Pythias
Titans.
wanted to explore more today, so I'll share it now because we'll talk more about it next day. But the suits, the great thing about them is they would be devastating to Thraxes. They would make a fight with Thraxes so much easier. But
Get them suits.
if they take damage, they're also the perfect vessel to make it through the Eye of Doom to get to the other side where the god is at, right? So if they take a lot of damage fighting Thraxes, they may not be as useful when you go on the final mission.
You said there's 2 suits.
There's 2 rings.
I think they work as a pair.
There's
though,
2
right?
suits. There's
they-
multiple suits, but yeah, there's. But if you get one and use one on Thraxes, I guess you could just try to use them both. But everybody can't. Everybody doesn't fit in the suit. So basically, if you had enough suits to put, well, yeah, we'll have to explore it next time. You need people to be protected when they cross the threshold. So
Nah.
if the suit survives the fight with Thraxes, then perfect, right? Like that's a good thing. But if the suit takes a toll, then you all may need to just rely on like
Luck.
with the luck and those crystals on those rings. Hopefully that will keep you.
No, we good. No, we just gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that yard. We're gonna be doing push-ups until he ready,
Yeah, I
and
like
he can
it.
come see us on this side. Why we gotta go over there? Tell him, get ready. We'll get ready too. See us when we see you. We'll be waiting at the hole.
He comes over here.
What's good?
We need to be level 20 plus.
Yeah, if you allow him to the petrified god is still putting himself together, so if he's full powered when he comes over, then that's a rough.
Come see us. Come see us.
You seen the end of Eternals? Remember Tiamat? That motherfucker gonna be that big.
It's gonna be us and all the Titans. Let's go.
Y'all do not want to fuck with any of these Titans from Magic the
Titans are our
Gathering.
friends.
One of them just fucking eats.
Mouse said the
I see
Titans
no
are our
problems
friends.
whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
Well, see, if we kill the Titans, then we'll be level 20, and then we can fight the other god.
You'll be
Light work.
Titan's not a god.
You'll be feeding him power by killing the Titans.
What? Okay, so we bring the Titans with us.
So and we'll explore this next year. But so pretty much the death of even the gods in this world are feeding him on the other side.
So we're gonna power everybody up. We kill him, we get XP.
He's eating all the celestial
XP,
bullshit.
and then it's a fair fight at the end. That's fine.
Depower him by bringing back Perforos. So
that's one way.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a 50-50 because we're gonna slit Helliot's throat while we're there. So.
Oh, for sure. You win some, you lose some.
Oh my god.
Who's jumping in the ring of fire between you two?
Elbow.
Yeah, it's also a ritual that somebody may not come back from.
Like,
so
you did say someone's sacrificing themselves.
It sounds like someone's not going to come back.
No, you heard sacrifice. I heard purpose.
Yeah. When Perforos comes back, he can make a brand new base level 20 Taroxy.
Base level.
But unless
he's
not,
he built a level
model
4
was pretty
Taroxy.
fucking
Now
good.
he can build a level 20 Taroxy.
Taroxy's become steel.
Oh man, yeah, that was nuts. Good stuff.
Until next time.
Yeah,
yes.
Always good. Thanks for this was a good one for you to be here, Taroxy. So.
Yeah, no, we appreciate having you. That fight would have been much different without
There's a lot of damage.
God.
There's a lot of damage.
We needed all of it.
Yeah, they were.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just had a lot of resources. They're not pushovers, but like a lot of resources. You know, they would have to really. Focus.
To be fair, Mal, though, you focus so much on our little like eons.
Yeah. How many did we lose? Is my question.
A shit ton.
Well, because now the crew. I'm gonna go back and look, but there's I'll see that we've lost at least what I see on the board, which may not 13, be correct.
So those ones that Taroxy's went and grabbed at the end. We're just gonna bring those over too, because we need new.
You guys have already left, so you guys, y'all got.
We'll get on it. We'll have stopped with the arc for like 5 minutes.
Come here, kitties. It's nap time. Come take a nap with Uncle Proxy. We got a place to go.
What didn't happen is like what originally was doing was like weakening them up, because I thought we were gonna actually roll. There was at least a couple options for asteroids to show up, and they do it because you guys saw last game. They did a shit ton of damage, but then you would need them to put that focus so the ship wouldn't take the damage. But the dice were really good and on your side tonight. And I rolled I had a couple nat 20s, but I rolled pretty shitty for them to have like +10 to all their attacks, with +3 attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
So just is what it is. So it's the way cookie crumbles. Like I don't play it any. I try not to play it any different. Just have fun with it and use it all to be a device for narrative. But
we know how to cripple the bullies now. Mute Fitz and just banish fucking Taroxys.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so mad.
Yeah.
I had no idea everything I have I need to talk.
Yeah, if you shut Fitz down, it's like, then you just
That's why I ended up taking Settle Spell, because I know higher level DMs start getting mad and start doing crazy stuff.
And I'm also I'm a sucker for not targeting one person, so that that one person will sit there the whole night not having fun. But once you showed up to Roxy's, because I was gonna banish you because I didn't think you were gonna make it to the game, so I was gonna banish you outright, right? But then when you showed up, I was like, I still should try to banish.
Still gotta get this dude. And after seeing one round of combat, I totally agree with your decision. That is a wise.
Yeah.
Gotta get him off the table. But yeah, it's like I said, I like that they are so strong because it is a game. I think I'd be mad frustrated if this was like a standard, like this is like high hero champions game, but level 15 on a regular, like if this was just like Faerun, I'd be like, this is some bullshit. Like all the gods would just be waking up. It's just like, but I like it. It's fun that they're this strong right now. But gives me something to aspire to towards the end. So yeah, I think we're still
fun ways to fuck us up.
Yeah, yeah. The Archons, they're pretty fun. They're pretty cool.
Yeah,
they're wild. Having 2 lives
attacking those dudes, they could have fucked us up. Like for sure, they could have. Especially if we didn't get death saves, we just fully died. Those Archons could have truly fucked us up.
So much of the party are glass cannons. One of my favorite things that Jason said was like, man, he's got to crit me to hit me, but if he hits me, I'm dead.
You would have actually still got death saves, so it would only. Basically it can choose to use if you're I think on that one, if you're a corpse, so you'd have to be dead, then it can use a legendary action to just get rid of your body, and you're gone. You're just gone forever. There's another type of Archon that when it hurts you, lowers your kind of like life sap drain, and if you hit 0, you just burst into a shower of like sparks and go back to the Nyx, and you have no body. Like, but that one you don't have to actually be dead. You just have to be at no hit points and no.
Good to know.
Yep. So there's some.
Yeah, that's terrifying, especially when you single hit me for like 70 points.
Yeah, I got good on that. Was, man, if I just rolled a little bit higher, there would have been some nastier hits. But
if you would have went full on Tell Moon, you would have downed him.
Yeah, I was scared. I'm always scared of Tell Moon. Like I always scared I'm wasting a bunch. I'm wasting a bunch.
If you would have hit me with what you hit Proxenos with,
yeah,
you would have downed Tell Moon.
And Proxenos was nat 20 twice. If both had gone through, we'd have lost him again.
I wanted you all to do well in this game. I was hoping because like you guys have been. It's been like back to back, so I was like, I needed to, so it's good you guys are where you're at.
Well, I mean, part of it is you left, and like you make them fly, and it's like, wait, that's good because they're not just sitting here punching us, but like also it's like, fuck, man, like now I gotta go figure out the range for these motherfuckers. They just gone. Like
it's narrative range at that point. It's just like, yeah, I don't really play that too much, but yeah, pretty cool. So good stuff. I think we have a game in 2 weeks, so I'll start prepping for. I think it'll be. I think next game will probably be more role play, and I'll probably feed off of the role play about where we go next in that game.
Yeah,
that's all.
It could be an encounter or two, but it'll mostly be on the ship, and we'll see where we're going.
It's on the calendar for the 10th.
And I believe we'll have Colin for that, right?
We should.
I hope so.
Should be back.
Which means that we need to inform him of the fuck.
You just need to print off a list for that man. Like, this is what your character knows.
Yeah. I'm probably still gonna. He's probably gonna just play Persis, and I'll probably just get some information from him so that I can kind of, and then I can kind of be informed by him in game, but like still just kind of control like Pythias's knowledge of things. And then we'll have to decide if Pythias stays as a fighter, if he stays with the group, and how long, and all that stuff. But yeah, that'll be more we'll discuss next game. But yeah, I mean, unless Colin wants to play Pythias, he could forego Persis and make Persis just the captain of the ship, right, or something like that. I can see that.
Pretty sure he's gonna stick with Persis, but we'll talk.
I'm sure he'll probably stick with Persis. That's what I assumed he would probably do. But I'm down for Pisces to come back if he wants him to. That's fine.
This was like a rock paper moment between me and Colin for his game. For Nick's game, I was like, all right, Zen or Pythias, which one?
I wanted to be a dick and just be like, oh, my character, let's go.
So I think it sounds like
would have been so.
Nikki's probably the only one that's not above table on this. So this it only happened because of Nick's side game. Pythias is not. Pythias got out of the underworld in Nick's game. I didn't write. Yeah.
One shots.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Pythes was not supposed to come back. Like Nick calls me one day. He's like, "So Pythes is out, and he's heading towards out of the underworld. Happens to be right around where Akros is being." I'm like, "You motherfucker!" Like you're trying.
Just happens to be.
So happens.
He's
Just
got
by
this
the
give you
way.
an inch
and
of
the
leverage
mask just
and you do
happens
this
to
shit
have
me.
a detrimental weakness to your main villain. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's have fun with it. Let's see.
At least he got
man.
that mask.
Yeah.
That I assume
Yeah.
that's the mask that we got at the very beginning that we gave away.
Oh gosh, Appo, you fool!
Could be. I don't know.
Could be.
Seems very similar.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh.
until next time.
Here's that little
Yes.
Beautiful seeing you, buddy.
That's that little scorpion ship I was describing.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
I thought it was scary. That's just cute.
That's way less
That-
scary.
Yeah,
That's a friendly little guy.
Jason, I think you just have a thing for scorpions, all right, man?
We just gonna cast animate objects on the ship, and it's gonna be all good.
It's not stink, okay?
Oh man.
It could be.
No, let's be real. Sting was a scary motherfucker. Okay, my character was just weird and thought it was cool.
Oh
Till
man.
next time, friend.
Till next time. Thanks
Take
for
care,
playing,
Josh.
Josh.
Very well.
Oh man. Oh man, Alien was. We had an Alien game the other night. I don't know why nobody plays Alien here, but I say it was that game. This was a nice game because you guys are all super heroic. That game was like super heroic too, but it was ruthless because one of the players got their leg they lost the limb, they lost the leg, and it was all like random rolls. So I didn't make it, like lost the leg, and so like one of the players is trying to like stop the bleeding while the main, like the big bulky engineer dude is coming to kill him. And I was like, you can run. He decides to stay with his friend, and so he gets down, he gets killed, but the friend survives because the thing dies. So like now he's like an amputee, but he made it out. Eddie made it out. Eddie's hasn't died in like 7 episodes of Alien for the first time
Wow.
ever. We're like,
Wow.
this is longest run because Eddie dies in everything.
I remember the first
Eddie's like
Alien
Kenny
game.
in my D&D.
Yeah,
in our
Eddie
role-playing
might be
games.
back to 1 death per game because he didn't die the last 7 games.
Yeah.
I played one shot with Malcolm for
Oh.
Aliens, and Eddie died in the first 10 minutes.
First time I played, Eddie died twice in
I
the
was
first
like-
10 minutes.
Shit.
Eddie died twice, and then I think Aaron betrayed him at the end and killed him a 3rd time.
Like Malcolm looked at Eddie and was like, "Hey, do you want to play this
You wanna-
random
You
NPC
want to
character?"
play this character that I'm gonna kill? Oh man, there's a great video like we're playing a Predator game and I tell Eddie to make a roll. I'm trying to remember. I'm kind of screwing it, but I tell him to make the roll to save, and he thinks he's got. I don't know what I say that makes him think it's a success, but it's actually a failure. And I say something, and he goes, yes. And I go, and then your head explodes like a tomato. And he's like, what? And it's so good watching his reaction from success to like, oh god. Eddie, if you're watching, yeah, that was a funny one. You know,
Was that when they were like setting up the ambushes for the alien?
It was they were in the jungle, and the
Yeah.
predator was up in the bushes, and it shot like this plasma.
I remember watching
blast.
that. Yeah.
It just boom, and it just explodes his head, and he's like, "What?" Oh man, it's great.